haven't
yeah, I haven't been, because I've been gone for a few years. So
Which church is this?
I don't know if you ever came out to it. It's on 71st and Benford. So I don't know if you came out that way the last time I did a spoken word.
Okay.
I
So what
don't know
made
if
you
you
go
made it
back
to
to
the.
that one? You just really
I didn't
enjoyed
have a
yourself?
reason to leave.
Oh,
I
okay.
just was end up caught up in um being in the world, life,
Yeah.
and I wasn't in no church. I went in no church at all. I was just, then like last year I got back. I was like, well, let me try other churches. So I visited other churches, Miss Tony's, and then I was gonna go to the last one I went to, which I did join there. And then once, I joined there, I can't say I left for any reason but my own personal reasons
Yeah.
from, getting involved with, men there, whatever.
Right.
You know, being too friendly. just like, not. And, but other than that, it was just like, I was still trying to find that right fit. And I thought that would be, but that church is by my mother's house. So,
Okay.
and by me going to my mother's house every day and then come back home, then get dressed, I was just constantly backtracking. So this church is off of 71st and Benford,
Uh-huh.
which I don't have to backtrack. I just go north. I'm already north. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Somewhat. So, and that's the church I met my last husband at that we attended together.
The one you went back to? Or the one you
The one
met?
that I'm at now is actually where
Yeah,
me and
met.
my ex, yeah,
Okay.
I knew him for, the few years that when I was going. That's the same pastor who did my son's funeral and everything. Yeah, so I was going for years.
Right.
And then, just was like, well, I don't want to go back. I said, well, maybe I'll see what else, other churches is, out here and go somewhere different instead of going back in circles. And then I was like, you know what? That's where I was doing my spoken words. That's where I could see myself spiritually growing.
Yeah.
That's where I know it may not be, full of. That's why I know it's real. Real. It's not. He's kind of, old fashioned with the hymns and stuff like that.
Right.
But I knew him for a long time. This
Right.
pastor was my
She
first.
got her hair colored. Oh, somebody from Ukraine asked you about your hair color.
I didn't even know you was on.
Oh, yeah.
so, um, but this my pastor now, I knew him as my dentist when I first moved here from Chicago. So he was my dentist probably in the 19,
Yeah, he gonna recognize.
probably 1999 or 2000
Right.
is when I first met him. So, but I just want to, be somewhere where I can grow and that has a strong women ministry.
Yeah.
So, other than that, yeah, even though he had that song.
No, I just told you. I told you. I told you. Let me turn it off.
Yeah, I didn't even know we was on.
Girl, we ain't doing this in your hair.
But so other than that, I don't know, it's cool. It's another small. Did you probably don't remember if you came out that way or not.
So now, so the only church I've been to was that one church.
Off of
Where,
Kingston, the small one on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
storefront on Kingston.
And you was with the one husband. He ain't got no mama.
John.
Yeah. We went to that event you had. You were getting honored for something.
At the church?
Yeah, you stood up and you was
That was just a
talking.
spoken word. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that pastor died.
Did he?
Yeah,
Who was? What about the woman that was there? Was that his wife?
Yeah, I don't know. When I left that ministry, I didn't stay in contact with anybody. They closed that church down, actually.
After he passed away?
Mm-hmm. And I just knew that because Andre, he still was, you know.
He was going to that church too back then?
Yeah.
I don't remember him. Was he there that day?
No, he had, I think, relocated back to Michigan during that time.
Right.
And then he came back. He was there when I first joined. I went there for a long time too. And then he left and moved back to Michigan, and then he relocated back here. And he came back. But I told you, did I tell you? I had told you he reached out to me probably about a week or so ago, or probably 2 weeks now.
What happened there?
Nothing, because I listened to the message, deleted it, and
What's
blocked
the
it.
sigma? I don't know what sigma means.
My past is my past. You can't move forward if you keep looking back.
Girl, you can't move forward.
And I've learned,
Exactly
and,
true.
I've learned my lesson the hard way. Is to stop looking back and to not allow my life to be a revolving door. I don't even, you know, can't even, leaving no cracks or footholds, you know, just, so I'm just on a whole nother level. Moving forward, I've learned from, you have to learn your life lessons from your falls and your mistakes.
That's true.
And no matter how many times you fall, you should learn a lesson.
Right, and so you don't fall in the same way or fall, right, you gotta fall different.
Yeah, so then I've just learned, you know, I say, okay, I have to shut the door to a lot of people from my past.
Yeah.
So,
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
And you don't have that access to my life like that. You don't.
Just because you think you have that access, you don't. Or just because you did back in the day, don't mean you have it now.
You can't drop me and come back a couple years saying, "Hey, I'm in town. I'd like to get together." No. You don't have that access.
Right.
You don't know what had changed in my life.
Right. And then they're not going to use that moment as a get to know me again moment. You know what I mean?
And then you go back to
let's
your world.
catch up.
Yeah, no, and you leave me hanging over and over and over.
Right. For you to give like false hope, or this ain't so tight, is it? You know, false hope and all that other stuff.
In that circle for like over 5 years.
Have you ever had problems with the
I was like, no, life is too short to keep going in circles.
So what you want to use my laptop?
I didn't even respond. My little heart fluttered for a
Did
second. It was like, oh. And then I was like, yeah. And then I was like, and then Shayla was like, you know, because we was really close.
Yeah.
And Shayla was like, Mom, that would have been nice. I said, no, not for me. You don't know what happened behind closed doors.
Ah.
You didn't see my seasons of brokenness. You didn't feel my heart being broken.
Girl, your whole conversation is like a poem, girl. You're like, seasons of brokenness. Girl, break that shit down.
I said, you wasn't there when I had to endure the heartbreak in Ohio.
See, oh, right.
When I had to deal with him, you know, rejecting me.
Right.
And wanting his ex-wife to be by his side and rejecting him. I said, no, you wasn't there.
And I was telling that's something that you don't. I don't wish that on no woman, you know. And I hope that you don't do a woman like that.
Yeah. And so he was like, I said, so the good times don't. It was more bad times for me than good times for us all.
Yeah. So he was just on the outside looking in.
I said, he was like, oh, okay. I said, no. I said, no, nobody's coming up in this house. I said, I've had to learn the hard way to keep healthy boundaries set.
Yeah.
You know, let your exes run in and out. You know, they turn your life upside down.
Well, girl, they will. They have you confused.
Yeah.
But there's a reason they're ex, you know. There's a reason.
So, for years, you know, after, you know, I got over the anger and I used to think, okay, well, me and John, you know, I could wish him a happy Father's Day or a happy birthday.
But
guess what? I've learned after maybe last year, that I had to block. I mean, I didn't block. I just deleted his contact because I said just because people think that's a crack. I got a foothold still in her
Right.
life.
The door is cracked
Still
open.
open. And
Yeah.
I had to say, let me shut that down too.
Exactly.
Because it got to that point where he thought he tried to keep coming back.
When things don't go right in their life,
Right.
that's what it is, you
Right.
know.
Mhm.
And then they think that, oh, well, she's talking to me again,
Yeah.
so it must be a chance for us
And it
to
caused confusion.
confuse.
And so I said, oh, okay.
And misunderstandings,
Mhm.
and then you gotta
Yep. And so,
set them straight.
yeah. And I said, I'm tired of this. Let me just stop all communication.
I
And
don't
let
want
them know that
right.
these doors are permanently closed.
So move on to somebody else.
Mhm. And I said, I bet I have, but probably quite a few of them just driving by, looking,
Yeah, driving by.
she's still in that house on Priscilla.
Right,
You know,
right,
I'm
right.
still here. Still
Do
here.
she still got her house? Does she
Mhm.
still got her car?
Yeah, I'm still here doing it without a man. Doing it
Yeah.
without
And when
one.
the time is right,
And I said he have to be truly sent by God and his son and have God as the head of his life. I have to know for real, for real. Other than that,
exactly.
you know, they said, you know, I'm not, the situations that I got into, the situations that never deserved the conversation to become a situation. You know, as you've seen throughout the years, that I've changed the outside. I know how to change the outside.
Right,
But what good is that if the inside still is broken?
right.
And no matter what, if you still unhealed, you
Oh,
truly,
that's when I had to
yeah,
needed it. See?
when she got her phone call.
Yeah.
So like when if I you know, because I had, in order for me to keep falling the same falls which you seen me fall due to toxic relationships.
Right.
And it had to be, I don't blame the men, I take accountability for not taking that time to stay in my healing seasons and
Right.
not taking the necessary steps to heal.
Well, right, because if you blame every single person that
because
entered into your life,
they could only do what you allow them to do.
they only can do what
But
you
I
allow.
was
You ain't right
attracted,
about that.
of course, something was broken in me to keep being attracted to broken men.
Right.
I always look for, I always, when I look
Somebody
back
that can
now,
build together. That's probably
I
what
was
you was
always
thinking.
I was always building a man, basically,
Like, yeah.
helping him get through
His trials
yeah,
and tribulations that he was going through.
right, all the time. All the time.
We all got trials and tribulations, and ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with having a support system, but I can't be
Yeah.
your captain, save them.
But what I've had to learn the hard way is stop dating projects.
Okay. Oh, I like that.
You know,
Stop dating a project and date,
you know, and
somebody who at least the project is off the ground.
You want to support a person who's
Right.
helping themselves. You know what I mean? You know, we all fall down, we all get up. But if you down, you don't need to be dating anyway. You need to be focused on yourself.
Exactly.
So I would never even consider dating anyone. Right? You know, when I know.
And you know, sometimes they won't even tell you the
don't.
projects that they have going on or the issues that they, because all you see is fluff. Remember that one guy? All he just said, showed you was fluff. I worked 2 jobs. I did it. You know what I mean? You didn't. You couldn't see the issues behind the fluff.
The last one.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
Remember, you can't see the issues because he only showed you the fluff. I'm a hardworking man. I work 2 jobs. Take care of my mama.
Ready
blah,
to
blah, blah,
settle
blah.
down.
Yeah,
But it was
you
all
couldn't.
lies.
Yeah, exactly. Because he really had some unstable mental issues.
Very, very.
You know what I mean? He was very emotional, very clingy, but you wouldn't have known that from the description he came off with. You know what I mean? He gave you like a false illusion that I'm something that I'm not.
What I've learned to do is slow down.
Yeah, you gotta slow
and
down
start seeing, me
and
in
give it
every
time so you can
season,
see the other
to
side of them.
see every side.
Oh, every side. Yeah, you right about
See how
that.
they act when they're upset. See how they act
Right.
when, life throws them, a hard time. See how they act when
Hey,
if they got to,
Zimbabwe. Hey,
you
Ukraine in the
know.
house. Thanks for tuning in.
So um, I've learned to prioritize self care.
Yes, yes, yes. That's a good one.
Starting with spiritual,
Mm-hmm.
mental, emotional,
Yeah.
and once you kind of prioritize that and keeping God as the head of my life,
Yes.
the physical falls in place. It falls just naturally
Exactly,
in
exactly.
place
Self care is
because that
definitely where it's at.
it like
Because if you don't have your mental stuff and self together, how are you gonna be a good mate for anybody?
they say,
You
you
know.
got to love God first, and God teaches us how to, have self love for ourselves, and then only then are you able to love your neighbors as you love yourself.
You got it right, and your neighbors is people trying to be in your life.
And so, if you lack self love, you won't know your self worth, and
Mm-hmm.
then you allow people to come and put whatever price tag that they want on you.
And say you worth this
You
amount,
worth
and you really worth.
yeah, you
Well,
worth
that's kind of like that situation there.
you worth $1,
You know what I
but you
mean?
worth $1,000,000. But you don't know
Exactly.
you worth that million
That
dollars.
situation right there. You done put a dollar amount on what I on what I was worth. You
So
know what I mean?
and so you have to know your worth.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so one of the ladies at the ministry I returned to, she said, I would really love to have you be a part of the women ministry
Mm-hmm.
because I was telling, another young lady that
Now, last time you said you wasn't ready to be with a ministry.
no. This is like small groups
Oh,
where
okay.
you get together with just women and
I can't
you do
remember what it
maybe
was.
have discussions. It's like a support group.
Yeah, okay.
And and I said, for me and all the
I forgot what it was. Hold that earphone.
trials that I've been through, if I'm gonna be a part of any ministry, like a women's ministry, you have to be coming. I don't want nothing that's, watered down. I don't want nothing that's sugarcoating anything. When people are dealing with real struggle,
Right.
Christian or not, or not, women are dealing with real issues with low self-esteem,
Yeah.
looking for love in all the wrong places.
All the wrong places.
Just a lot of issues.
You know what I mean?
So and I was like, I don't want to just come and have fun events and this and that. And a lot of people are dealing with maybe suicidal thoughts.
That's true.
I used to get B12.
And a lot of stuff like don't get talked about because people are ashamed of talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
They give me B12 pills.
And so, and it depends on the ministry. And you try to figure out how to word things to not offend people. Some people find stuff offend. Just like remember growing up, okay, like parents or grandparents that they didn't want to talk to children about sex, right?
That's true.
So then children were left to find out
About sex
in the streets.
Yeah, in the streets.
And because of that ignorance, they had to start offering sex education in the schools
In the school.
when we should have been getting it at home.
That's true.
But past generations, they like, oh, you can't talk about that. You can't talk about that. You can't talk. You need to talk. And for the women in the ministry, if I'm going to be a part of anything, I got to be able to witness to other women from a place of realness.
That's true. Not like you got it all together, but I've been there, done that type of realness.
And we're all in this struggle
together. Yeah.
As far as getting when I look back at all the marriages and the toxic relationships that I was in, it's all because I did not have my flesh under control.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
And when you don't have your flesh under control, your flesh is leading you instead of you leading your flesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it was.
And you end up in situations that you should have never even been in.
Because last time I went to Mexico, I
And
got
so that's just something that I've learned, on this new journey
I bought a bunch though.
of growth.
Then I had a Mexican
Is to,
connect went over there a couple times, and they brought me back
get
some.
lust,
'Cause you don't get no
temptations, your
prescription over there
flesh,
in Mexico.
just all that under control.
For anything.
And to just, live by the spirit and not by your flesh.
Well, I mean, because you buy it at a pharmacy. Yeah, they still got pharmacies.
I was telling her about the B12 shots I would get. Injections.
Yeah, that ain't against the law. Drugs is. But, I mean, your stuff is packed up in the pharmaceutical stuff and all that stuff. You know what the name of the pharmacy.
How does it feel? It's not too tight.
It's just right. Don't.
Just keep moving in that direction.
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
You barely feel it, or you feel it just enough.
I feel it just enough.
More than what I needed.
Like honestly, if you can leave, if you think you got 2 more turns, you leave them out. Be like,
Yeah, I mean, it's your hair's doing well. It's close to the scalp.
San Diego, you cross the
you
border.
gotta be
You don't fly.
exactly on it. Like you can leave 1 or 2 out.
But I don't want to see what happens. You got loose hairs around it, and you don't want to just have them out
Go to San Diego,
there.
and then from San Diego, they drive across the border.
Yeah.
So when are you supposed to do that with the group?
With the women, I'm gonna see. They're having their first women's meeting in a couple weeks, like around the 24th or 25th. And that'll be the first meeting that I sit in on.
Oh, okay. You just going to observe.
Yeah,
Be
that's
a part
about
of
it.
it.
And see, from what I was told is that the last function they had maybe about a couple months ago, it was held at one of the, minister's house. It was just a nice gathering.
Okay, socialize.
Yeah, socializing with other women. But then I say, socialize, and that's just, women need more than just the social part.
That's true.
Okay, so I got this one right here.
Just like a lot of women want to be married. Like you said,
do you really want to be married, or do you just want to have somebody in your life?
Right, and like they say, marriage is a ministry. You have to be a wife before you become legally a wife. You just can't.
Are you wife material, basically? Yeah,
right.
Okay.
Say you want a husband, but are you a wife? You got to be a wife before the marriage.
Yeah. But don't give away your wifely stuff, though. Because some of them do that. You know what I mean?
And so
they'll be doing everything like a wife, but they're not a wife. You know what I mean?
And that's all of us learning the hard way. It's saying, if they getting all the benefits, so
why would they want to marry you? Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a old saying. What they say, the cow and the milk and all that for free.
Right. Why buy the cow if you don't get the milk for free? So it's like,
I know. I told my husband, I said, I ain't about to waste my time. What we doing? Look, what we doing?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on now. I mean, where this going? Because if this ain't going nowhere, I can date anybody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are we doing?
And that's knowing your self-worth.
Okay.
If you don't want me as a wife, I know I'm worthy of being somebody's wife.
I'm feeling okay. Value. I'm doing all right.
I know my value.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't for you to know. If you don't know it, that's your loss.
Exactly.
But if we fail to,
but I don't want I don't want my value to cause that person to feel obligated to be with me. Like, oh, well, she's not gonna be with me unless I marry her. No, that's not the case. We can be friends. We ain't gotta go no further
So
than
just
that.
like the last guy I was talking to from the last ministry, and I kept, he never wanted to have a conversation. Brought it up, over, after like 3 months.
Thank
You're
you.
not getting ready to get all of my time and consume all of my time. And then every time I said, well, what are you looking for? Where is this going? Oh, let's just
Hey,
go with the flow. No,
okay.
no, no, no.
I just got a message. And see, they said they watching my YouTube. I think it was. Hold on, let me look. The message. We're watching your YouTube. Great conversation. Oh Lord, girl.
Come on, where
I
is
think
this?
he's wrong. I think that man.
What we just talking? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Okay, well yeah, this is a good one to watch. Right here. This one right here. Oh, somebody got engaged yesterday. Go, congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. Well, know your self worth.
Yes,
That's what we're
yes.
talking about. Is
Know
knowing your self
self-worth.
worth.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with being engaged for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
He
And
don't
so,
even know if this guy
Do
when
you think there should be a time limit on
he's
engagement?
still an innocent person.
You know how people be like, we
engaged
engaged for like
years,
2 years or
mm,
12 months or 2 months. Should there be a time limit on engagement? Somebody getting married in May 30th. Okay, that's
right.
next year. That's nice. That's real nice. Congratulations. That's what it's about right there. I don't even I don't even think I ever was even engaged, girl. I don't think I was
No, you just went
engaged.
and got married.
Yeah, I don't think I got to ever be. Did I ever get? Wait a minute. I was engaged one time. Somebody gave me a ring and said they wanted to marry me. But that's as far as that went. I ain't even get no we ain't even get married. They gave me the ring. Matter of fact, hold on now, wait a minute, let me back it up a little bit. I got another ring from another guy too. And we didn't get married either. Well, how does that happen?
And I mean, one man could be.
Yeah. I got married. I got engaged. I know a couple times where a guy gave me a ring and said, "Hey, I would like to marry you." And I didn't marry neither one of. Well, we didn't get married at that time at all. No, we didn't. And I kept the ring, ladies. I kept the ring. Oh, somebody got a baby on the way. Got a baby boy on the way. Oh, that's where it's at. Congratulations on that. My client said congratulations. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm done having kids myself. And then somebody said my cousin supposed to got married with him, okay. And his girl been engaged for years. He was rushing the wedding and it still ain't happy. It still ain't happy. Mm-mm-mm. That's how it be. If it's meant to be, it's gonna be. There ain't no need to rush. Ain't no need to rush.
Okay, so
Unless you know this is what you want. You know what I mean? Like if you know it's what you want. Like with my husband, I think he just kind of just knew what it was.
Um, I'm at that point
if
in my
you
life
losing the
where
baby, you just losing the baby.
I'm only dating with a purpose.
Dating with the purpose.
And
Okay.
I'm not dating just, come on, being 50 years old. Nobody trying to,
I'm still not gonna put nothing on his
date
head.
just to be out here having fun and waste the time. I got no time to waste.
Dating
I'm
with a
dating,
purpose.
if I'm gonna date, it's gonna be dating for marriage. And if a man is not mature enough to have that conversation.
So do you say that
very
in the beginning? Do you say that?
I feel like it's important to say it at the very beginning that you're dating for that purpose. Other than that, then you could just be friends.
They said open your eyes and see that even the person you think you dating with a purpose, sometimes they'll say whatever it is they think you want to hear, just to get you to loosen up your guard and choose them because they want you so much. You know what I mean?
And then,
Then they
just
turn
like
around.
I said, the last time I was like, well, let's just see where this goes. And it wasn't going nowhere.
He
But
said, let's
then
see where it goes.
Let's see where it goes. It wasn't going nowhere.
Where's it going?
Nowhere but wasting my
That's a
time.
waste of time.
Wasting my time. That's it. You taking up space.
He said, let's just see where it goes. I think that's a sign right there. If a man say, let's just see where this goes. Let's just.
And I'm on there
Right.
fixing and chilling. You chill. You all up. No,
Well, let's.
no.
Well, if a guy told me, let's see where it goes, I would take that as we're just friends.
We're just
We're just friends without no benefits
Benefits.
at all. You ain't getting no benefits.
No. So you
I
gonna-
might buy you dinner or something, or we might go to the park or something,
So
but
you gonna be in
we
that
ain't even
friend
kissing
zone.
because we're gonna see where this goes.
Because I said, when a man is serious, he gonna do what he gotta do to lock it down. Because he don't want to lose you.
He don't wanna
He don't wanna
lose you.
share you either.
And then when he realized you got other friends, and that's really gonna really make him want to do something.
Not as long as I had my vote. The open
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
water. There are some things I
Yeah,
can
you
keep
right
to
about
myself.
that.
My I could say, like the guy that I went to see, that we've
I thought
been
he was on a
friends
cruise
for. What was it? The one that gave me the $100.
Oh, okay.
The last
You say he
time.
work on a cruise ship?
No, I'm saying we've been friends for decades.
Oh, okay.
Guess where that went? Absolutely nowhere.
Y'all still friends though,
We're
right?
still friends.
That's where it was supposed to go.
Yeah, it's just we're still
Keep
friends.
them in the friend zone.
So why
But
would you leave?
Shit.
you won't waste my life, you know.
Or energy or
energy.
time.
No, because I know what direction I'm going in. You didn't ever want anything, so we're gonna stay friends.
Yeah.
Bed rest,
And you know, he's
sit your butt
respectful.
still.
You know, if I'm in a relationship or whatever, I'll be like, well, I cut male friends off. You're from my past, you know, like, you
What we
know.
gonna do with your, you want
But
to
he's
just gel your edges
respectful,
down? How you,
but,
what you
um,
want
Yeah.
to bring your edges?
I just don't have space in my life for
They have.
So you don't even
want
want
I mean, I can get here.
you don't want him as a friend no more?
I'm saying, like, because I always knew, I know he liked me. He can't cross that down. I set those boundaries.
Right, which is good.
Yeah, because what man ain't gonna want a friend with benefits if they can have it?
That's true.
But I keep those boundaries set.
Yeah. Then they know. Well, you would have thought that if you with the boundaries you set, that maybe he would just leave you alone.
Basically,
You know what I
that's
mean?
what happens. Because, like, even, you know, like when I took me this little birthday cake and he gave me the $100, what I can tell is by him knowing that I'm back in church and everything.
Oh, okay.
I guess the Holy Spirit is like my armor and shield, you know, because he felt he couldn't.
I may never be
It was
able to see the
different.
light of his
Honestly, girl,
He
20
was-
perfect age to get married.
He was ready to. It wasn't, you know, the conversation wasn't as long as it, you know.
I know it's still here.
You know, of course he's my friend, but he still, you know, be trying to be slick. You know, he's
Yeah,
still
he's still a man.
He's still a man.
Yeah.
But he felt like I can't touch her, I can't even go there, I can't talk to her like that. I didn't say that. But
He just feels that
he
way.
feels-
It respectfully feels that way.
He got that cake, gave me the money, we talked for a few minutes, and he was like, and I admire that, you know, but I was just like, okay.
Well, at least you know where you stand, and he know where he's staying with you.
Yeah, I was like, it ain't none of that. That's what we had back in the day, decades ago. But,
Right.
and I told him, you know, I'm not even that same person anymore.
Yeah, because we all get older and we mature. You know, somebody said, I'm 20 and I want to get married. Is it too early? Honestly, 20 is a perfect age.
I got married at 19.
She got married at 19.
But that was the person that
I got married in my 20s. I was in my 20s.
And that was
on my first.
actually-
Was that in my 20s? I was in my 20s.
that was the best marriage I had of all.
When you was. She got married in her
Because
when she was
we grew-
19, and that was the best
because
marriage she had. she
We
said.
had no one else to really compare it to.
Right.
We grew together.
Grew together. Now, sometimes I would think that young, maybe the family or the wife or the mom or somebody would be more influential into that marriage. You know, where You know, like his mother might be trying to guide him, and you know what I mean. Look, cause y'all young, but you didn't have those issues.
We didn't. Only thing was about, I think she feared me taking her son away from her.
Oh, okay.
Her losing her son. You know, when it, but that was my husband that passed. That was
Okay.
Damon's father. And that's who I really seen my family.
Okay, okay.
You know, and
I was in my 20s when my first marriage, but I don't remember how old I was. I was in my 20s though.
but you know, I said with him, he told me that he knew. A man knows.
What do you know?
A man knows
That you
if-
the one he want to
that
marry
you-
or
He
not?
knows from that. I was told from the very beginning that he knew I was his wife.
Really?
From the very beginning.
That's a sign of maturity.
And he went to my mother and said, I just want you to know that I plan on being your son-in-law and that I plan on marrying your daughter. I didn't, but he said, you know, when you hear this, a man knows. So
Yeah,
when a man strings you along for,
But they say a woman knows too. It's like a mutual knowing, like this is the one.
Yeah, you know. You just know.
I ain't gonna lie.
that
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know all the time. But you know, I just felt like if it don't work, it don't work. You know what I mean? I just roll with it. You know what I mean? Until the wheels fall off and see what happens. Cause I didn't get that vibe. Like when I had the vibe, I was totally wrong. You know what I'm saying? When I had the vibe, like, oh, this the one. You know what I mean? I was totally wrong.
And one thing that I could say is that, you know, being raised up in church and everything, that my marriages came out of not wanting to live in sin.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at today.
Yeah,
is saying that
okay.
I wouldn't have had to deal with all those marriages if I knew the tools of keeping my flesh in check. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I wouldn't have to worry about not living in sin. As they say in the Bible, it's better to marry than to burn. It's better to marry than to burn.
That's true.
And I still meet a lot of Christian men who still have those beliefs, like my last ex-husband.
Right.
Who's been in 2 marriages since he get a new wife every year, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, because he still has that concept in his mind. It's better to marry than to burn, because he's never, as old as he is, he's never learned how to control his flesh.
Right.
And so out of the wives that he keep, you know, and marriages that he keeps getting into, it's just out of lust.
Exactly. Hold on, let me answer this question. He said, "But madam, I'm gay. I'm just 20 years old. Okay. So I don't think your sexual orientation has anything to do with you getting married or not. I mean, what you do in your bedroom is what you do in your bedroom. It's just all about choosing the right person that you choose to be with, you know. And that ain't got nothing to do with nobody's decision but you know, and how you feel about that person. So, I mean, that's the way I look at it. I mean, so if you want to marry somebody, the question is, do they want to marry you back? You know, that's the key. You know, that ain't my preference, but if that's what you want to do.
I want somebody to know what they. I need somebody that sees and who know what they want. You know what you want and you know what you don't.
But some people think they know what they want.
They do.
And until they get it, and then they be like, this ain't really what I want. People got a right to change their mind too, you know. Because people change their mind. Like, what they say? They say, I don't think this is going to work. You ever heard that? I don't think this is going to work out. I already see the signs. This ain't going to work out.
When they see they got to put in work.
Yeah.
You know, anybody can get married, but are you willing to put
the
in
work
that
is staying married.
What you gonna do when those seasons come where you ain't in love with them as much as
Right.
you were
What about
before?
those seasons where you can't
don't
stand
even
to
like
look at them?
You don't even like them.
I don't like you no more. Be like, look, I don't even like looking at you. I don't like the way you breathe. I don't like the way you chew. I don't like the way you sip your coffee.
Man,
Like, you getting on my last nerve. I tell my husband, I'm like, you get on my last nerve. He's like, you get on my last nerve.
But then once you pass those storms, you get because the storms don't last always.
The storms don't
And
last
guess what?
always.
And when you get through that storm together, you be like, we made it. Happy anniversary. We made it through. I thought
We made it. We made it.
happy anniversary, honey.
How many years is this? We made another year. Toast. Let's have a toast. Cheers.
You know.
And let's see if we can make it another year.
Because you come out stronger. Every storm you get through, you come out stronger.
That's true. That's true.
Right here.
No, this ain't, no, it was the one, we had one that was messed up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was fatter.
I fixed that though.
But you know, sometimes somebody says something about her cousin, the person they choose is not the one. But you know, sometimes we outsiders looking in, we can see things.
Yeah.
We can see things that they can't see. But we just gotta be supportive because you know they ain't gonna listen to us. They ain't gonna heed our warnings.
So just like you have,
We just gotta be
said,
supportive.
It's important to have a support system that who's gonna keep it real with you. You know.
Yes,
like,
we were talking about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you had mentioned that the last time is that you don't want
Accountability partner.
Yeah, you don't want, like, if you see me going down the wrong path.
Like this ain't what you said you wanted to do. You changed your mind or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I see you, you know, you be doing so, you know, like as a friend. Okay, you told me what your goals are. You told me what you know, what you want, but you're doing the opposite.
Right.
You know, you told me you wanted to go right, but now I see you veering off to the left.
What changed, friend?
Yeah.
What happened?
Right. And so
Is this? Are you sure this is a better path than the path you had set for
I
yourself
see you
before?
going in that same cycle.
Right.
You know, I need that, you know, like, okay, I see you losing yourself again because you're dealing with the same cycles again. You do good,
Right.
and then it's like, okay, you know, you're falling.
Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. Someone said, how do you live stream? Okay, so the way you live stream is when you go to your YouTube channel, and you about to, let's say you're gonna add a video or a short. There's a little plus symbol in the middle. You hit the plus symbol, scroll over to live, and when you scroll to live, then it will it'll walk you through the steps. If you haven't did it before, you have to wait like 48 or 24 hours before you can first go. And then you just set it, and then you just go and make sure all your settings is right on there, and next you know you live. So just hit the plus symbol, scroll over to live, because when you hit the plus symbol, it's going to say upload, shorts, and live. You want to hit live. That's how you do it. Yeah, so the main thing about any relationship is, like you said, it's work and it's a compromise. But how much of yourself are you willing to compromise for that other person?
They should be compromised.
I think this is a
Exactly,
Because
because
it can't be one side.
in my last marriage, I literally was losing myself. Like I was turning into like something he wanted me to be, but not who I wanted to be. Like I was, yeah, I was becoming like a what you call it, Stepford wife. You know what I mean? Like he said, I said, and well, what do you want? What do you want for yourself? I don't even know what I want because I'm just going off what he told me I should be like. You know, that's not a good. That's not good. That is not good. I am not doing that again. I'm gonna be me to the end, till the wheels fall out.
That's why it's important for us to know our purpose and know what we want.
You have to know and know what God wants for us
before we get together with a partner, because
that's true. That's true.
Because if you don't know who you are and you don't know what your purpose are, then you let your partner define that for you, or you support them in their purpose, and you never find your own.
Never find your own.
And then once you start finding your own in that relationship or marriage, and then you find out that y'all not even going in the same direction.
Ain't even going in the same direction. And that's what I tell my husband. I always ask him, like, hey, what do you want? You know, where do you see yourself? I don't want you to like mess up your goals, because, you know, if you had some goals before you met me, you know what I mean? And those goals shouldn't just disappear because we together. No, let's talk about those goals. Let's see what we can do to achieve them. You know, that we're married. You know, or is there a way for you to achieve those goals? You know, I just don't think that person should just lose
You
themselves.
should.
You know,
And if you're in a healthy marriage and relationship, you won't. Your partner will support you.
exactly.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like right now I'm just at this season, I'm just working on me. Working on me. Real. And
I'm
the
telling
old
you,
me, the old me would have never came out of. I could say for myself is that once I've been hurt or I've lost myself, that I used to tend to isolate. You know, as I go through my healing season and get my life back on track or whatever. But the new me, you know, God just put it in my heart that, you know, my transformation needs to be my testimony. It
But
doesn't
my
need to
question to
be,
you is,
it doesn't need to, I don't, you know, that I need to come back into, you know, the church during my times of struggle, not after I've, you know, because that's why I've been half healed. It's
right?
that you get, you know, in a community with other, you know, like-minded women who may be struggling too
That's true.
and need some support. And
I don't think Dexter
because that's just, you know, you need that community, you need that support
Right, but my
system.
question is, how will you know when enough is enough? Like, you know, since that is a good way to look at it, like, you know, you got to give it time, hang in there, talk it out. When is enough enough? Like, when is like your final breaking point, or how many chances do you give? I mean, like, is there like a limit? You know, like before you
When
just throw in the towel, like, you know what I
when
mean?
when I got to my last limit and the
No, I
last,
meant the new you.
the new me,
Do you think you would be a little more patient with the person now? Or will you be
with the
like,
new me,
quick, 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 you know, get them out of there?
I think that when for me that I think I would be more patient, but the thing about it, I would never entertain toxic people again.
Okay.
That once I seen my last situation, I said, this is toxic. You
Yeah.
know, to the point where I think I stayed too long, to the point where it was more mental and emotional
And you definitely
abuse.
don't need no toxic
Yeah,
relationship.
it was mentally and emotionally abusive. Because then I stayed, you know, which my mother was like, oh, you should have left the first time. But I stayed until the third time. And then
Oh,
even, and
okay,
so,
okay. Yeah, but
and
yeah.
so, but even though, you know, a lot of people don't realize you may not be using your fist, but you're using words.
Words can be, words can hit you harder than a fist.
And so I stayed the first time, you know, like I said, you know, he begged for forgiveness. I stayed the second time. And then I said, that's just like physical
But when
abuse.
they beg for forgiveness,
Second
that you
time,
would
and
think they
you
really
forgive,
mean that
but
and they
then,
want to change.
but that was just words, though. You see what I'm
Wasn't no
saying?
action
There wasn't no
behind it.
actions behind
Okay.
it. And then I said, I'm gonna have to start, and you have to get to the point where you have to choose self. You know.
So just ignore what they doing and just start
And
focusing
I just
on
said,
you.
and when I got
Because
to,
the only person you can change is you. You can't change nobody else.
and guess what? After I gave that my all, and I finally decided to get out of that marriage, it was only maybe about 2 months. He was remarried again.
2 months.
2 months, yeah. And then that didn't work. And then he got out of that marriage. And then,
So he the problem.
But he's never gonna see that because he's marrying for lust. He's marrying for physical. So, and I could say that, you know, once you start, a lot of men, I won't say a lot of men, but him in particular and some other men may deal with, they dealt, you know, with porn addiction.
Oh.
And
I don't drink
But
beer.
you know, that's an undercover secret. We wouldn't know that.
so when we talk about, you know, with him, he, you know, that's something that
He
he said he
admitted
was,
it?
yeah, that he was delivered from.
Oh, okay.
But those, you know,
The tendencies is still there.
right, that he doesn't have, his flesh is out of control.
Yeah.
So he, you know, he has to be a wife. I mean, he has to get a wife in order to live right in the eyes of God. So,
But he taking a wife from anywhere, anybody, he had,
Anybody.
anybody, right.
yes,
But then he the one wanting the divorces though, right?
he didn't want to be. I divorced him. I was probably the first marriage that divorced him.
And he probably was in a state of shock.
Yeah.
What?
Because he's the one that's ready to move on.
Yeah, but he loved you.
He loves sex.
Oh.
I got some good diamonds out of it.
Oh, okay.
But
Right.
you know, but that was the cover up. I mean, I'm not a materialistic person. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
He said he never loved anybody like he loved me. That's what he said.
I don't know him, but I'm thinking the same thing.
And so that's why it broke him.
If he divorced everybody else,
Yeah,
but
I couldn't get past the trust was gone and how he hurt me.
yeah,
Even though he was trying to act right and get himself together, I still was stuck from being hurt.
yeah.
That I think I lost respect for him because when he didn't put it like this, it was the situation. You remember I told you I gave him my house, I moved out with some condo, and when at that point where I depended on him, he basically left me homeless. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I had to start. I never had. I thank God that I hit that season of rock bottom. When I
Okay.
hit that season of rock
They
bottom,
say when you hit rock bottom, that's when your whole life and
I had
everything.
never hit rock bottom like that. And so, but once, you know, God was really with me during that season. And once I picked myself back up and got back financially stable and was able to come back to my home and everything, and he needed me. And I guess I still had that, even though I wasn't trying to, I had that resentment towards him for how he treated me. You see what I'm saying? And he had to come and stay in my home. And during that season where he needed me, he was humble.
Oh.
But I lost that respect for him. And I even though he was trying to be, you know, a good husband at that time, it still wasn't good enough for me because he wasn't.
The damage was already done.
It was already done, and he wasn't taking responsibility as far as being a provider either. He was dependent on me. I was his, you know, life jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and they said, you know, if a man doesn't work, he should eat.
Did you have to remind him of that scripture?
Yes. And, you know, he was lazy. You know, and that just made me lose more and more, you know, respect for him as a man. Because I said, well, you know, why are you laying up here on me as your wife, and I'm the provider. I'm doing everything. I said, you know, I didn't get into a marriage that, you know, to have another dependent. And he told me, he was like, I said, what do you feel
So
like
when
your
you said
responsibilities?
that,
Well, I said, what do you feel like your responsibilities are as you know, the head? You're supposed to be the head of the household. You know, you're supposed to be the provider, not the other
or
way
at
around.
least we can help each other,
Yeah.
not one person carrying the whole load.
But, you know, he was like, you know, okay, my responsibility is I pray over the household.
Pray.
Yeah, I pray over the household.
The whole
every
house.
morning.
You gonna pray? That's what you gonna do?
Yeah, I pray.
Monday through Friday, 7
Yes,
days a week.
He do it. 7 days a week. He was disciplined.
Okay,
in that
I can
area.
pray over the household too. So if I'm praying over the household, you praying over the household, who gonna pay the bills? Because I'm about to stop paying the bills. I'm about to be praying too.
And
You
so,
know what I'm saying? Think about it.
So, you
That's
know,
what I'm
he was in church, you know, he was, you know, ministering in church.
I'm
and
telling you,
everything,
that's
too.
like if you pray, I'm gonna pray too. We both gonna pray. Bill ain't
So
gonna get paid.
he didn't pay not one bill when he had to move in for me with me for like a year, right? Not one. When I say not one,
He
not
said a
one.
year?
Yeah.
A year?
Yeah, not one bill. Not one. Not
Well, that's
one.
ridiculous.
And he was able to make enough money off of his job because his job was unstable. He was able to make
He wasn't
enough.
paying no rent.
He was no rent, no anything, right? So, and I said, so, like God, and then I said, this is not love. I started to see things. So I said, you didn't come back to try to work on a marriage when we.
You came back to have a
Because-
come up.
Yeah,
Get a
because
starter kit.
no, because you needed me. You see what I'm saying, for survival.
Ah.
This didn't have nothing to do with you wanting to work on your marriage. So then I was like, so his money only went to barely covering his own portion of bills, like his own personal car note. That's about it. And the rest of his money went to the church.
He should have paid the car off, staying somewhere rent free.
He paid. He wasn't making enough money. He wasn't making enough money, and he was about 14 years older than me. 14 years older than me, but the maturity was 14
What they say,
years.
an old fool.
Yeah. So, girl, I was like, I'm working a couple jobs. And every time, you know, I just lost more and more just respect for him, you know, as a man, because I was like, you're not doing what you're supposed
So
to
here
do.
you are working 2 and 3
Yeah,
jobs,
and
all he doing is praying over the house.
he praying over the house.
Was the prayers working?
No.
Because I'm gonna need you to pray
Yeah.
for you to get a better paying job.
And I was trying to motivate him. I was supporting him
Like a wife
want to
should.
do better, helping him do applications and, you know, and everything. I said, well, you have to have stability. You have to make it, you know, do what you got to do to survive. And so, girl, I was like, what he would do, you know, if his job, you know, lay off or whatever, instead of him, I said, you got to have something to fill in that gap. You got to have a hustle. You got to keep going. Bills still got to be paid.
They still gotta be paid.
You know, he was committed to paying his tithes and offering. So if whatever was left out of maybe a car note being paid or whatever.
So how did he respond to that, knowing that if your household where you and your wife live is suffering because you're giving all your money to the church,
And he said, oh,
how is that gonna work out?
and what did he tell me? He said,
Is the church gonna pay our rent next month? I just need to know that. Can somebody tell me that? Is the church gonna pay my rent next month? Because if they are, then I'm not gonna complain.
And so what he did was try to say that, well, if he said God showed me if you was paying your tithes like you were supposed to and everything.
No, he didn't, girl.
Then that's the reason why our household is cursed.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Because
He said cursed.
yeah.
No, he didn't, girl. No, he didn't.
He said because you're not paying, you know, your tithes and everything. Like I said, I am. I said I'm taking care of a whole grown man right here.
You are my tithe.
On my tithe. Yeah.
That's a good one.
And so when I brought that up, he said, "Okay, God told me." Yeah, I said, "Stop lying on God so much."
Exactly. God didn't tell you nothing.
I said
That spirit of not wanting to get a better job told you that. That laziness spirit told you that.
And so then, you know, he was like, well, I told him, I said, you're not doing right as husband. You know, take that up with God. You know, so like.
Wait a minute. So he blamed everything on God. Any problem you had with him, you had to talk to God about it.
Life is, you know, can be unfair or whatever. And I said, this is not the way, you know.
So did you have to put him out?
I put him out. He tried to go stay with the church that he was giving all his money to.
What happened?
I think they put him out. I think they let him stay maybe about a week, maybe.
What was
They
he?
told him he had to
The
go.
church had a place for him to stay?
Somewhere up in the church in one of the rooms, I guess, and that didn't work out. Then he went to stay with another
The
lady.
church you giving all your money to gave you a room in the church, and then they put you out.
Right, because for one, what I noticed.
He probably was lazy.
and he has a mouth on him.
Oh, talking crazy to people.
He talking crazy to people and talking about people. He had no control over his tongue. It was an embarrassment many times.
Oh, goodness.
And so
Inappropriate stuff.
very, very inappropriate. And you
That
know,
ain't good.
And you know, word when you talking about people, it get back to that person.
Yeah, it will.
And so during the time when we separated, when I had to put him out, he went to stay with another woman, right? And this was a lady that I didn't know personally, but we all attended the same ministry.
She was going to the church too?
Yeah, but I just didn't know her personally.
Okay, got it.
But I heard of her name, and he told me about her. So
was that his friend, or
he said they were, friends. He's like that person that's gonna find woman after woman and go stay with her.
Yeah.
So,
But he didn't have a problem getting out. That's the problem. That's the good thing, right? He did leave on his own accord.
He tried to stay, and we tried to be civil, and I put him in
roommates.
another room. Yeah, but he was taking away my peace. He wasn't respecting boundaries. And so he left on his own because I wasn't, coming home as much. Like, I came home when I'm like, this marriage is over. I'm letting you, stay here until you figure out, a permanent place that you want to relocate to. So he wasn't respecting my boundaries. So he moved out. But when he moved in with another woman during our separation, I didn't know until my registration. I registered because my car is in both of our names.
Right.
And my new registration had went to the address.
Which address?
It went to the woman's house he was staying at.
Oh.
And I was like,
he called you?
Did he kill him?
The woman called me.
Oh.
And she introduced herself, and she said she thought it was a joke. And she was like, I got your, registration. And she said,
how did she get your number?
She said, I guess she looked it up, or I guess it's public information or something. I don't know. She got it. And so she introduced me and let me know, who she was. And I said, well, okay. And I said, well, and I had heard that he had got married. How did I hear he got married?
He married the woman he lived with?
No.
Oh. So she was just a friend?
She was just a friend, but then during our conversation, said that he moved out because she wouldn't marry him.
Ah.
Because the same line that he used on me and maybe many others, it's the same one he said. God said, you my wife. God said,
well, if that line is working once.
So he.
Yeah, she do have a lot of locs. She do. I didn't even count them in a while.
300.
She got over 300. She got over 300.
He started at like 345.
Yeah.
And so
she got over 300 locs. It is a lot.
And so when I said, "Are you his new wife?" And she was. I was like, because I had heard, he got remarried. And I said, I thought that, maybe, the registration went to, his new, and she was like, no. She was like, actually, she was like, he was trying to, get me to marry him and talking about God said, you're my new wife. And I said, well, God didn't tell me that. Because
you still was married to him, right?
Yes. But he found a new wife before the papers even.
Oh my goodness.
Before the papers even.
Before the ink dried, he'd have found a new wife.
He found a new wife during the 60-day waiting period.
That's
how he operates. Yeah. So
he need his own TV show.
Yeah, the man of many wives.
Right.
And so she was like, he told me. I said, well, hell, he told me that too. I said, well, the good thing is that you didn't fall for it. And I said, the thing that I knew him for, like I say, it had been maybe 4 or 5 years.
Now, did she go to that church?
She don't go now.
Okay.
She had left, and so she was like, I was like, oh, it sounded like your heart. When she found out that he had got married, I said, I could tell like her heart was broke.
Oh, so she didn't know he had got married.
And
But you did. Yeah, he
yeah,
was looking for a new wife or about to marry or something.
he had already got married, and she said she said she had to put him out of her
I
house.
bet he still was talking to her.
He said that he had to, when she said no to marrying him, that he started, making it real, like a hostile environment to live in her own house.
Oh, not the hostile environment.
And stuff started coming up broken and just a lot of petty stuff and
See,
just
he
the
petty like
attitude.
that. He probably was breaking stuff around the
And just
church.
said that, he said it felt uncomfortable in her own home.
Yeah,
And
I
she
can
said,
understand
And
that.
said then he started, spending the nights out and doing things. And she
Yeah,
said,
not on my watch.
and then just said, and being on the phone late night. Say, I bet he married the woman that he started probably ever, befriending while he was staying with her.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, I don't know nothing about that because we don't have any communication.
But you said he came by your house after that.
He came by my house after that marriage he was going through a divorce. And he came, popped up.
Max was barking.
Yeah, he popped up over my
You
house.
better be careful.
Yeah, he came to my house just telling me all about, I said, I want to hear about your new wife. And
Right.
I said, congratulations. He said, well, that marriage over. And
The marriage is over.
I said, well, you just...
Did it even last 6 months?
Probably not. After the lust, how long do lust last?
Right.
And so, and I
All
said,
he doing is he just marrying people so he can just lay down with them.
And he probably wanted to see where I was to see if he can do that circle, come right back. And I was like, wow, this is bad.
But why would I want you to come back? You ain't
And
changed.
so when he,
You think he was talking to women on the phone when y'all was together?
yes,
You do?
yes, that when we had problems.
But before the problems, no.
No. He's a real faithful husband. When he think the marriage is over or you separated, he started
moving on, right?
Yeah,
he probably be
started
online and everything, searching for the new one.
So then,
The new victims.
yes,
They ain't even a wife. They about to be a victim.
We need to put a billboard up.
We sure do. Everybody gotta be wearing him.
Yes. So when he was going through that divorce from the wife that he got with after me, before I knew it, when I was on Facebook, his sister, because I was Facebook friends with her when I was on, she had posted, meet my brother and his new wife. This was the second wife.
And his new wife.
Yeah. So before the divorce was even final from the other wife, he had already lined a new one up.
Wait.
I don't even know if he's still with
He
that
got
one.
married 2 times after you?
And that's
ridiculous. Girl, you know what I would have did if I was his sister? I would have posted a picture of him and every wife he ever had. Congratulations, the wife number 12.
It's probably 14 or 15.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
And I just told him, I said, you are who you are. And
He's only marrying to have sex. That's all he's doing.
That's it.
He's married. He might as well just stop marrying people and just start just having sex. Cause you ain't right.
But he don't want to live in sin.
But you got a whole bunch of other sins you
have to
doing.
repent.
Right.
And I said, oh my God. And so
you doing more sin than just marrying folk. Not
So and when I heard about and she had women. The last I heard, he had like moved to Lafayette, Indiana, or something like up that way. And one of the wives, I think the first wife that he got with after me, had uprooted in her life, from Indianapolis to relocate to Lafayette. And you don't understand the damage that he's doing, and I think that was her first marriage. And I said, well, I feel sorry for her, that she fell for someone like him. And she uprooted her life and gave up her home and everything to relocate there, and it didn't even last a year.
Oh, Lord.
Because he's on to the next,
He moving too fast.
because
If you was to give him some words of advice today,
he gonna marry until he go to his
what
grave.
would that be?
To work on himself.
Hi, honey.
Hey,
Good
hey.
morning. How are you? You sleep well? We talking about marriage. We talking about marriage and love. You want to give me a kiss goodbye? Oh, from a distance. Am I supposed to catch it? Kiss you back. Be safe.
Yeah.
Girl. Oh yeah, what was we talking about? We talking about if you gave him some
If
words of advice.
is to
If you could have gave him any
it's to
words, what
get
would they
his
say?
man to allow God to heal him and deliver him from he need a lot of help.
Yeah,
And
he understood.
he avoids his healing seasons by jumping into
Yeah, he can't. He need to be alone,
yeah.
and that's something he's not willing to do. Probably because he has a lot of spirits and demons that he's dealing with. You know what I mean? He probably afraid to be alone. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna make him look at himself for who he really is. And then he might be afraid of going back to that porn lifestyle. You say he's doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why he don't want to be alone.
I never even put that together.
Yeah.
That his wife that passed before he got with me, he had worked through, I guess, dealing with the addiction of porn.
Right.
You know, and he, like you said,
And he was alone.
Uh-huh.
And he probably has it under control when he's with somebody. But
She took that $20
because of that spirit on him,
yeah,
he's a sex addict.
yeah,
You trade one addiction for the next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then you go from
We are
then you're basically abusing the woman's body because
So you think he a sex addict?
I know.
Oh.
To the point where in his mind, I want it, I need it.
Oh, Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you ain't gonna tear my damn insides. No, you got a problem. No, you got a problem.
You got a problem, buddy.
You ain't shit nothing but dust. You know,
Oh, Lord.
to the problem, you know, just like, so as long as he got that flesh on fire like that, he ain't gonna die until he in his grave unless God deliver him.
Oh, that's her end result.
Yeah, I see.
Now, all I did was add a little oil to her roots. And see how much full and up.
The biblical facts.
So it turned out okay.
So, human hair, bulb, to do her repairs. And just so you can see all the.
And see how that looked totally different than what she had came in with.
I just gotta keep it up.
She gotta keep it up.
You know, one thing that I do notice is that,
So I'm gonna put it in a ponytail for her.
like,
Cause I know you're gonna probably leave it in that ponytail for a while, right?
I'll take it down, put it back up.
Yeah, she sound like her.
Oh, you got one? You mean that
yeah, I hope she keep it up.
one?
Best pizza night ever.
She should feel a lot better.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, girl, because her hair is definitely put together now.
Oh, I knew that. Because what?
I think when I met her mama, I don't even think I had
So that be.
my job turned out to looking for somebody to work.
Oh, at a different
Pick up
location.
clients. Open shift.
That sounds like overtime.
I just told you before you said. I don't know.
Well, you don't know what a person is in their life no more, though, for real. You know what I mean?
See that back edge? Remember she had no hair back here on the back edge?
But they're showing up to do the work and stuff.
Girl, you see, actually, in the front yard,
He ain't gonna remember none of that. You want any string this thing down?
It's not like you can hide everything from her. So true. Why would you want to? Looks like Miguel's got a bad case of nerves left tonight. He's been sleeping like a baby. If you're gonna be honest,
So when I was in
what the hell are you interested in?
new members class, and we was talking about like women ministry, and then the lady that's attending class with me, she said she had issues with, following up, due to her flesh. And I said, well, this is a new, generation that requires real, and I don't know, the comfort level of women is
You
willing
mean to load your
to
little edges in like a time for every time that?
accept realness and talk about, when women are dealing with secret sins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the secret.
And so then she was like, what? Her ears was open. I say, okay, self-pleasure, right?
Uh-huh.
So you know what that is.
Yeah.
So, and then she was like, okay. And I said, okay, masturbation. Your ears shouldn't burn. That's something real that, you have to,
Whose ears is burned?
That's the whole thing.
Like, I don't want to hear that.
But then I said, so if you don't talk about those things, so people still continue to deal with that in secret. And I said, it's just not about the physical part of it as much as it is about the spiritual part of it. That the gateways and the doorways to where your mind has to go to dark places in order to achieve that orgasm and the lust that you keep your flesh alive. You may not have a relationship at that time, or you may not be dealing with anyone at that time physically, but you're self-pleasuring yourself, and you keeping that flesh alive to keep that seed planted to easily fall for when that opportunity do present itself. You easily fall for it because your flesh is, you keep it warmed up on fire for that opportunity.
Ah.
So
That was in
just
new
don't-
members class, you said it?
Then when she was asking what was my ideas for if I was, to be a
Oh,
part
okay.
of women ministry, because when I was talking, she said, yeah, we need you, this is
Uh-huh.
just, she was
Somebody
like,
gonna keep
this
it real.
I said, because a lot of things, I've had to learn the hard way on my own until God gave me that revelation to say, this is why you're falling. This is why you're falling. It's just not that man. Your flesh is on fire already, and that opportunity came.
Flesh was on fire.
So if you pleasuring yourself, you got that seed planted already for the opportunity of, I want the real thing. I'm desiring the real. I get the real thing. And it's like, and then what? The only thing you end up with is another soul tie after another soul tie after another soul tie.
That's true.
And then I was like, and I said, but how comfortable with women? I said, the woman that's over the ministry said, oh, I'm trying to get you, trying to recruit me. I said, I don't know if you're ready for me. Because I'm not going to be a part of a ministry that delivers sugar.
Okay. We need the salt in the womb.
Yes. I said, we need true healing. And if you ain't gonna talk about that, then
right, or if they pastor said, pastor said that's too much. What pastor got to do with that?
Yeah, I said talk about real struggles that we're dealing with as women, but continue to keep that in
I'm not gonna
secret.
be just and then hold on, and then what we say in here, it stays in here.
Right.
You know, because then if they go back, well, we learned this today in
Yeah,
class, and they
yeah.
telling their husbands,
Yeah.
or they telling, you know, other people that's not part of the
And I said that's
ministry.
my vision, is to create a safe place for
Yeah.
women to open up.
Not everybody knowing
Your
that
business, because you
that
gossiping.
that Sister Sally masturbates 20 times a day. I heard a man in church looking at Sister Sally like, ooh, girl.
Right. You know them.
You hot like fire.
Right. You should know that. Right.
Oh, goodness.
Or somebody fell and fornicated.
Exactly.
Or,
That ain't nobody. See, that's another
or
thing.
somebody thinking
That's probably why
about
people do stuff in secret, because they don't want people to know.
Yeah. Know your business to be broadcasted.
He didn't sit there much.
And I said, wow.
No, he didn't.
He didn't sit
And you know what? The pastor actually brought that up last Sunday. Is you have to have discernment on who you can trust to talk to.
That's true. And
can't
sometimes
talk
a
to
group of
anybody.
women is not gonna
It's
be
not
the
it.
place.
Mm-mm. So when you
Because some of them still
So-
like to gossip.
you can teach on that subject, but you don't have to open up. You
Right.
can
Y'all don't have to
you can
open up.
educate-
Yeah.
You can educate on those different subjects.
Educate. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's a good one.
And say-
Educate.
Yeah. And say, hey, this is, the door. These are this is the danger of doing these acts.
Yes.
The spiritual danger of them.
That is some danger.
Yeah, because then, a lot of Christians say, oh, this is safe sin. You know what I
Sin is
mean?
sin.
It's not fornication, it's not adultery, it's, and it's like, well, okay.
I'm not hurting nobody.
Girl, I don't even have this thing charged
But-
up. Lord help me.
Oh, is that Molly? Is that Molly? Hold on, let me put my glasses on.
I figure out how to work it.
Oh, okay. I thought that was another Molly I knew.
We out. Peace
Hey,
out.
girl, how you doing? She threw up some red hands. Yeah, girl, that's gonna be interesting. So when are you supposed to do this
I
event?
gotta figure out how to turn
Well,
this
it's
off.
not an event. They having a meeting
Okay,
to,
bye.
but
To discuss
but
it.
guess what? I'm gonna have all my topics written down.
I know
that I'm
that's
gonna-
right. Be ready.
That it,
hours
these are
a
the
day.
topics that I would like to see discussed doing, for the women's ministry.
Oh,
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be a part of it. I
Right.
don't have to be, I'm not looking to be a leader, of anything, or, so the lady I was talking to in class, she said, I think you would, she said, you don't want to start your own? I said, no, that's a lot of responsibility.
Okay, here go the video.
hello, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in.
How
to my
to choose
channel.
the right salon or barbershop.
Now, if you
Y'all
want
check
to
out that
know
video.
about
How to choose the right salon or barbershop. That's
I
gonna
do
help
a
you.
lot of hair. I talk about a lot of hair. I do a lot of hair.
Now this is only 20 minutes.
So-
This video.
Today's topic is going to be about how to choose the right
And you be proud of me, girl. I had some notes.
style. Because sometimes it's going to be very difficult to decide. And the salons of today are not quite like the salons I remember back in the day. So I got a few topics here that we can talk about. First, you need to think about your location. Okay? Location. The location of the salon is very important. Because you have to ask yourself, do you even want to travel to where the salon is or where the stylist is? Most people, they like to stay in a salon area that's close to something else that they like to do. It just works out better that way.
Mm-hmm.
But some people are willing to make that drive for that particular stylist because
Like
that
you were talking about that
stylist
church location.
is good at what she do. Or
Yeah,
he do.
I was doing it, but it was.
This goes for
inconvenient.
barbershops too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't see it
Barbershop salons
when
is all
I got
the
to
same.
when I got to
Think
doing
about the
it.
location.
I did it for
Okay. Once you
7
think about the
months.
location of where the
It
salon
was
is located,
inconvenient.
Mm-hmm.
you can give them a try, whether you are familiar with the stylist or barber there or not. Just give them a try. Now do your research.
One thing
Most people who choose
a lot
Stylist
too when you
or
go into
barber
shops
is because
is
maybe they seen somebody, and that
a
somebody
lot of
said,
stylists that jump from
"Oh,
shop
I
to shop,
go to,"
shop to shop,
Customers.
or "I
Oh,
go
stylist.
over
yeah,
to."
you know, for
They
whatever
might mention the
reasons, and
stylist name,
you
or
may
they
start
might
with them
mention
at
the
one
salon.
location, but
Oh,
then
yeah,
for whatever
yeah.
issues, maybe
9
booth
times out
rent,
of 10 is
you
because they
know,
saw
or whatever,
something
keep
that they like.
rising or
They saw a
something, and
hair
then
color, a haircut.
You find
They
that, then
saw
you
they
following
saw
them all
something
over the
that they like
city.
on
Yeah.
somebody, and they was like, "Oh, where you get your hair done at?" So do your research. Ask questions. You know, some people don't want to give out the information. Some people do not want to tell you where they get their hair done at.
That's true.
And that's just them. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Because they don't know you like that. And they don't want to bring their stylist a bunch of clientele that might cause them problems later. Or maybe their stylist is not accepting new clients. So do your research and put a check out on that. Let's talk about the style of hair you want. Everybody can't do everything. And that's just the truth. I try to make myself very diverse in the hair industry. I feel like
I'm your only appointment.
I'm
today.
losing money
You taking a break
if I
after
can't
me?
Girl,
perform
yeah.
a service that
That's
someone
good.
needs.
I gotta finish dinner.
So
That's good. And you
I
want to
try
keep
to make
working
a
and
point
working and
to
working.
be
Make
able
the
to know a
money,
little
don't let
bit
the
of
money make
everything.
it.
I mean, if I
There's
had
so
another
many
client, I probably
styles
would have
out
took
there,
If
them.
it
so
was an
many
easier job,
Something
maybe.
procedures,
oh,
hair
girl,
color
yeah.
procedures,
Everybody
hair
likes
styling
it.
procedures, hair
Says
weave
it's other-
procedures.
But it's one.
Everybody
Well,
can't do
She
Tammy,
just
everything.
maybe.
There's
It's the
some
next
things
No,
I
no,
just
no.
won't
Tammy
do,
wasn't that
and there's
bad.
some things that
I think that the Brazilian knots
I'll
take me
do,
about 5-6
but I
hours to
don't
do.
want to do, but I'll do.
That's a little time consuming.
So think about that style. If this particular stylist
But no, if I can
focuses
get
on
somebody else in,
a
I'll
particular
do it.
style, she's good at that style,
But yeah, I'm
and all
definitely
her
gonna be
clients,
finishing my
I
dinner.
hate to say this, but start
Chill
looking
the
like an
rest of the
assembly
day. Look
line,
at some movies.
I don't
you
know.
know
I might do a little
who did
bit.
your hair,
Who
because
knows?
everybody here
Oh,
looks the
you
same.
say you on a mission.
Yeah.
Just think about that
Did you make any more payments since picking up
and check
your
out the
car?
style. Now let's
Oh
go
yeah,
to
I'm
the price.
down
Made
to
another one.
we only owe
Every
5 on it.
That's
stylist,
it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, he started
every
helping?
salon
Yeah.
has
That's
Oh,
right.
a
y'all
different
really
price.
worked it out.
Some prices
Yeah.
are good, some prices
That's
are
good.
high, some prices
That's
are
good.
very reasonable.
Have you drove it?
You can go to any type of salon, from a salon
No.
inside
You know what? He
JCPenney's, a
hasn't.
salon
Oh, to go get
inside
gas.
Walmart,
He drove to go get gas.
franchise, booth rent, somebody's kitchen. It's all gonna be a different price.
That's true. Everybody gonna have a different
If
price.
you go to somebody with a more reasonable price, the goal is don't treat them like
Because the prices,
you
I
are
would
way
say the
up here,
prices that you
but you
charging
paying
now is
prices way
something
down
that you
there, so you
couldn't
wanna,
charge in a shop.
you know,
Because of
and
the
you know
booth
they're
rent.
doing
Do
a
you
good
think
job.
it would be
They
different
just ain't charging
if you
you.
was paying booth rent a week?
When I run
Or
across
do
that
you-
sometimes,
would your
It
prices
would
be
probably
a
be
little
about
more?
the same, maybe.
No.
Yeah, no, because I
And they
just
be
raised
like,
my
"Oh,
prices
well,
not
it's
long
only
ago.
$60." I'm thinking,
You know,
like
I think 2
$60.
years ago I raised it because I think my
Knowing
sets were
that
like
this should be well worth
You
more
went
than
from
$60.
45. They were
So what I do in
45.
cases like
So
that,
you went
I
up
just
like
check
Yeah, I went
with
up
my
$5
stylist
there. Then my
a
color
little
went
bit
up.
more because I know it's worth a little bit more.
Not the
And
kind
it's
of
probably
color
only
that you get,
$60
but like
because you're in a
let's say they got
franchise
a
situation, and that's
touch
what's
up
on
or
the
something,
board.
a relaxer or something. Sometimes like a
Okay.
rinse. The
So
rinse would
tip
be
the
like an extra
stylist
5
Mhm.
onto the
accordingly.
service. Well, now it's 10.
For those higher prices,
You
those
know,
high-end prices,
So yeah,
those weaves,
I definitely
those
went up on
extensions,
some stuff.
that might run you in the
But
hundreds,
2025, I
some
might
in
do
the
another price
thousands. Let's
increase.
be real.
Yeah,
The
2025.
installs for the lace fronts, those are pretty expensive too because you're paying for the hair.
His back is done.
Don't flip out
Mhm.
because the price is this, but this is what you want. Okay? Believe it or not, if the stylist is worth it, she's licensed, he's licensed, they're doing a service, you know they're going to do a good job because you've seen they work in the past or on somebody else. Pay the price.
Pay the price.
Pay it or move on to somebody else. Now you might know Sally in her kitchen can do the same thing for a cheaper price, but Sally don't got her license. Go to Sally. Still give her a tip because you know it's worth a whole lot more. Sally on the come up. You know, Sally trying to make some moves, Sally making some things happen. Probably while she maybe want to get her license, or this is her side hustle. So she's not charging as much.
It's still doing okay for our attention.
Let's just think about that, okay?
Yeah.
Let's go with quality. We're going to go with quality work. If you go into a stylist, and I keep saying stylist, but this could be a barber too, okay? And every time you sit down in that chair, you're not getting what you asked for. Think about it. If they're giving you what they want you to have, if they're giving you a style that they want you to have, not what you showed them in the book. A stylist may not be upfront and tell you that they don't have the experience to do a style. You know what I mean? And then they jack you up and your money, you know, and you're like, and if you don't like the picture,
you're like, well, you should have just been up front and say
this ain't what I asked for.
So what would be the purpose you think of them not telling you?
Well, they want to make their money.
But they know they don't know what they're doing.
They trying to figure it out as they go along.
Right, don't be practicing on my head.
God.
You around and you look
and you be like, what the?
You're like, this ain't what I asked for.
This ain't what I asked for.
And that's why a lot of times it's just being.
Quality of your work, okay? And
a lot of people really go by referrals. They
don't want to pay the stylist.
But like you say, everybody don't know how to do everything.
That's true.
Just be upfront, be like, no, that's not in my specialty. That's
I've seen it. It happened.
Same thing like when we get our homes, you know, fixed on or anything. And I've been like, oh my God. I've had some bad experiences.
How does the quantity have anything to do with it?
People saying they know how to do something and don't know how.
Now, have you ever had this happen?
Right. And there's other people in there too. You're like, oh, girl, when's your appointment? Oh, my appointment's at 9 o'clock. When's your appointment? My appointment's at 9 o'clock.
In Chicago,
you got 3
maybe.
people sitting here.
Not since I moved here. I don't think I went to anybody really here.
And you got to be there at 9 o'clock.
I wasn't going to the shop. I don't think really.
Where's the stylist at?
Here.
Is she
not
there?
Consistent. No.
Is she shampooing somebody? No. She ain't even pulled up yet. Think about that quantity.
But people deal with it because, oh, she's so good.
Right.
And so, like, yeah,
They
when I was
deal
in
with
Chicago and they got a whole couch full of people.
Couch full of people.
And they with a plastic bag on their head.
Girl.
Or let the conditioner sit. No, conditioner don't need to sit that long. Or somebody under the dryer for hours. Oh, start it back.
You know,
start the dryer back.
Yeah. You have to think about that.
Overbooking. I just was like, no, you good, but you ain't that good
now,
to waste my whole.
I touch on that too.
Yeah, I'm not getting ready to
be up. Patient.
No.
Even if it's a stylist salon and it's walking on, you're gonna be patient.
I don't
but if
like
you had
that.
An appointment, and then 5 other people got the same appointment, unless she got an assistant able to help her get y'all in and out,
they used to have a shampoo.
You're gonna be sitting there for 5 hours for something that should take you less than 2. Think about that.
It ain't that, yeah.
Next, we're gonna go with reputation. What type of reputation does this stylist or this barber have? I mean, back in the day, I don't know if y'all remember this or not. You know, I might be telling my age, but stylists used to smoke cigarettes right there in the salon. Why they was doing your hair?
Or they be taking out on breaks.
And they used to do it.
I'm about to go pick up my food.
Also,
I'm about to go pick my kids up from school. I'm about to do this, do that. I'll be back.
Here it is.
To leave.
Leave so you get in the dryer.
Is that a reputation that stylist has?
As soon as you're able to get under the dryer.
Think about the reputation.
And they come back late.
They come back late with some food. They might even call you and say, girl, you want something?
That also falls into the next question.
There's some professionalism.
There it is. See? Girl, you right on it, because that's the next type, professionalism.
I do try to strive myself on being a professional. You know what I'm saying? Now, I went to a really good beauty salon college. And actually, I went to 2 different locations. Okay, one location catered to more of people that look like me. And then the other location catered to people who did not look like me. But I was well-rounded, and it helped with my diversity. So, me being a professional, all I really had to do was think about what I didn't like when I used to go to the salon to get my hair done. I didn't like waiting, and I didn't like, okay, I'm going to tell y'all. It's this thing the stylists do. They shampoo you. They put the conditioner in your hair. They put a cap on your head. And say you're getting a deep treatment. And they set you on a dry
for hours.
About 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Technically, what they're really doing is catching up on all these other clients.
And then they starting somebody else while you under the dryer.
Yeah.
Okay. To me, that's not professional.
What we doing
and
with
then
your
they're gonna charge
front?
me for a deep treatment when I could have came
to the back
conditioner in my hair. If that was the case, I didn't ask for a deep. Oh, girl, you need a deep conditioning treatment. Oh, yeah, your ends. Yeah, girl, you gonna need one. It's a style tactic.
It is a style tactic.
It is what it is. It's a style tactic. That's not professional to me. It's not professional to leave me under no dryer. It's not the professional to be every word come out your mouth is a cuss word.
That's true.
It ain't professional to
be all on the phone
eating,
talking.
Right.
And doing my hair and the chicken crumbs is falling off of my hair. That's not professional. Not at all. Nowadays, they will step outside and smoke a joint. Okay, they will. That's not professional. Come back in smelling like weed. Girl, I just had to take me a little break. You know what I mean? Not on my time. Not on my dime.
That
You
is
gotta make a
true.
decision.
Your time, your dime.
Next topic, kids. Are the kids welcome in that
And you know
salon?
what? When you was in the shop,
Some salons, there's
well, I
no
don't know
kids.
how you made your other appointment.
Some salons,
But it seemed
no
like when I
kids, they
came
get
to a
service.
point, you always,
Some
when I
salons,
came,
no kid unless they're company.
nobody was really in the shop
just
when I
depends.
had my. It's like
It
you
just
made your
depends.
appointment.
Kind of the way I do them here.
Some
Yeah,
salons have
when nobody,
kid policies.
it was before everybody else's appointments started coming in.
You mean
And
the
they
other
bring their own
stylists?
kids.
The other
Stylists
style.
bring their
Yeah.
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
Because
They didn't make their
They
appointments
do.
early like I did.
Yeah.
I'm an early person. I like my
Well,
appointments
let me tell you
early.
And by the time they was coming in,
You was
you
leaving.
trying to
Yeah.
get your hair done.
And I may see
wasting
one
your
other
time.
person just getting started, but
Let's
my
keep it
appointment
all
was
Sure,
almost
it's fine.
over.
It's probably.
Think about when you
My
choose
appointment
your
was
salon.
just about, it was over
Choosing a
then.
salon or a barbershop, ask that question. Ain't nothing wrong with having kids. Ain't nothing wrong with it. When I had my shops in different states, because
That's
I've
torture
been,
for
I'm
kids
licensed,
to have to
and
come
I
to
was able to travel.
the
Once you get your
appointment.
I mean, unless they
license,
getting their
travel.
hair
I
done.
had a salon
Like,
in quite a few places. Okay, I
and
have
it
one in
takes up
Ohio, I have
space,
one
you
in
know,
Georgia,
like
and I have one here in Indiana.
we have to
I have one here in
bring
Indiana.
children
So
with
the
you.
thing
That's
about it
just
is,
torture for them. It's like
the
play on your
kid
tablet, but
policy,
you
I
just
wasn't
don't have the
tripping.
space for
But
it.
if the parent was
If you
not
got
keeping
the
these
space.
kids in check, yeah, I'm gonna check the kids.
I'm gonna check the kids.
I sure will. Because it was my salon. And I'm trying to be professional. Okay? So I need you to get your kids in order. Don't let them run around. Don't let them spin in their chairs. Come on now. Next one. Is it okay to switch stylists
And then come back.
at the same salon?
Oh.
Is it? I did it once, let me tell you. So what happened was,
You like, oh, their hair looks better over there. They
a friend of
look like
mine got her hair done by this particular stylist. This was in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her hair. Her hair was banging. Girl, who did your hair? You know what I mean? Yeah, girl, I got you an appointment. We both can go when we get off work. Let's go get our hair done. Okay, yeah, we did. So, we get there. The stylist is not there. She done went and took her kids to a Martin Luther King parade.
Mm-hmm.
So we sitting there.
Just sitting there.
And we sitting there. And we sitting there. And we sitting there. So another stylist come in. I look to the left, I look to the right. She ain't had nobody. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you free? Well, I explained to her, yeah, I'm here to see such and such. You know, she's supposed to do my hair. She ain't my stylist. This was my first time coming to her. You know, but I'm just trying to, I got somewhere to be. And she ain't here yet. So she was like, well, okay. I'm in the shampoo bowl. She's shampooing me, All of a sudden, I see this girl come over to the side of the bowl. And she talking to this stylist that I asked to do my hair. She like, what's going on here? What's happening? So the stylist like, she told me to do her hair. You know what? It ain't that stylist's fault. And I'm not going to let her take the blame. And I'm not going to let her, no. So what I did was I lifted my little head up out the bowl. Excuse me. Yeah, you were taking too long and I had somewhere to be. So yeah, I have her do my hair. You know what I mean? She didn't ask to do my hair. I asked her to do my hair. It's my money. And this is where I'm going to spend it at today because I got somewhere to go. I thank you for booking my appointment. But I gotta go. So my girlfriend over there, she said, tell me why that stylist that took her kids to go see Martin Luther King parade came in the door with 3 other people that she picked up. Those 3 other people were getting their hair done by her too.
Yep.
And she already had 2 people
Unprofessional.
already sitting there.
They had appointments.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh my.
Yeah. My girlfriend like, girl, you should have just waited. Wait for what?
Cause she the
I ain't gotta
best,
wait.
huh?
This is my money, my
She
time.
the best. Oh.
Yeah, I switched stylists. And I defended the stylist that I chose to switch with. Now, don't get me wrong, I have seen cases to where a girl who goes to a particular girl all the time liked the style that another girl did. Now, I'm watching all this happen because I'm working in that same salon. And they had booths, those private rooms. So she politely plucked her up out that room and did her hair. And those 2 stylists got into it. I don't even know why. Because it ain't like, it's still the customer. The customer has the right to choose where they want to go and spend their money. So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Is it okay to switch stylists? Stylists, y'all tell me. Is it okay to switch stylists in the same salon? Yeah, I have had
depends
people,
on the
I got
situation.
people who got
It do
several people.
depend.
They go
Like
to
you
me
say, you
and
know,
they
if you
might go
get
to
tired of
somebody
your
else for this
stylist
and that.
being late, or
Right.
if you have issues with
I know,
your
y'all tell me what
stylist
y'all
not
think.
accommodating
All
your
right, the
request,
next
and you be
one
like,
is,
okay, well, I've tried, and I need.
Yeah. And as a salon owner, I ran into problems where the person's just sitting there for hours.
to discuss.
And I'm calling the girl, she calling the girl ain't nowhere around. I'm like, look, do you want me to at least start her for you? You know, and I'm just doing that as a courtesy for the girl sitting there for hours. Do you want me to shampoo her for you or something?
We
I
do
wanna
it.
say it. I wanna know
The
my-
stylist is just.
But I was the owner of the shop.
I'm saying I would.
You know what I
No, I'm
mean?
saying I would have done it as a
We
client
ain't getting paid out.
to allow,
We
someone
know who
to
went to jail.
waste my time like that
We
to
know
wait
who
for
had a
them.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
We know who got married. We know who cheating on who.
It's disrespectful.
We know who about to have a divorce. We know everything.
Shop therapy.
That's because people are talking about their personal business. And I ain't gonna keep it real. Some of the clients know a lot about the stylist too. They do. They know. So it happens. Networking. Is it okay to network? I don't see nothing wrong with it. Because being inside of a salon, you're going to brush up against a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life. Somebody might be in the policing. Somebody might be in the healthcare. Somebody might be an architect. All kind of walks of life. Somebody might be in the tech field. You never know. Somebody might be a handyman. Somebody might be in the real estate. Somebody might be in the car sales. Networking is a really good place for barber and beauty salons.
That's
Really
true.
good place. Now, should you sell items? in a salon? Well, of course the salon gonna sell items. They're gonna sell shampoos, conditioners, maybe even some stuff they make on their own. They're gonna promote their items. I don't know. I'm about to bring y'all back in the day. Back in the day, they still might do this though. But back in the day, we used to have people coming to the salon with items for sale. And everybody who was getting their hair done or doing hair was buying those items.
Selling, yeah, food.
Some people call them boosters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, it used to happen. I don't know now. Maybe on the high-end salons, maybe they ain't coming in there like that. You know, they sell you anything from a pair of shoes to a bar of soap. Is that the environment you want to
You
have?
know the shop you were saying on
Some people do. Some people want to go to a shop.
21st Street.
Girl, I hope they coming in today.
Oh, 55th, yeah.
Outfit for the night. Never
Never
know.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
over that way.
That little
And
private
like I
suite.
said,
It
the
was so
higher end
little.
salons,
yeah,
they
because
might not have those type of people coming
the
in.
room that I had.
That small
But I'll tell you
room.
what, they got everything on that
But I
shelf.
could have been out in the
For your
open. She
hair
charged just the rate,
and
the
your
prices.
needs.
It was like I couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm. How about
For
how
you to
long
buy.
did you stay
Some
there?
people do
You
sell
think? About a
items, so
year
that's something to
maybe?
think about.
No, I don't know. I don't even know if it was
So
a
we're gonna
year.
do a little recap. Here we go.
I found something else.
Think
though.
about
Mm-hmm.
what type of salon you're looking for.
Me
You
and
might have
Shirley
to have
shared the
several
room because we
salons to
both
find
couldn't
the right
afford
one.
what she was asking for. The price was
Think
too high.
about
I don't think I
if
ever
that
went
salon
Linda's on. I never went
it's
to
a really good
Linda's on
atmosphere
21st.
because you're not only there with that stylist,
Go
but
to
you're
that
there with other people
location.
and their
That's what we
clients
left and
too.
went to on
Is
21st.
it a
Yeah.
nice,
I
friendly
never went
atmosphere?
there.
Or is it a little shady? A little ghetto? Or a little rough? Or bougie? Think about the type of atmosphere you want to be in. You know?
So where's she
I get
at
questions
now?
all the time
She over there on Emerson.
when I do
She's
hair.
on it.
Honestly,
no,
I
she's
learned
renting
a
the
long
booth.
time ago.
Now I see when I
And
pass
this is
by.
just me.
I can't never see the name.
I don't know
of it.
Emerson and
Oh, it's
38.
My
It's a
client's
different
Oh,
location.
it's a
appointment is my
different.
client's
Yeah.
appointment.
Somebody had bought that
When they
building
walk
we
through
were
that
in
door,
before,
the
and
shop, yeah.
They sit in my chair.
yeah, but they kicked everybody out
Am I losing money?
Like I
because
said,
the wife is the stylist and the
But that's
husband was
okay.
a barber.
Because I'd rather
So they
that than be
yeah,
overbooked.
they bought the
Unless
building
you
and
choose to
got rid of everybody.
walk in on somebody else's time and you want to sit and wait. Other than that, your appointment is your appointment. So if you miss your appointment, what I do? Huh? What I do? Huh. You gotta pay a fee. You gotta pay a fee. Because your appointment was your appointment. And since you missed that appointment, I missed out on money and putting somebody else in that spot. So you're gonna pay a fee. But technically, I normally don't have to pay that fee. My clients know they like the fact that they can walk through the door
y'all going
and
on
sit
what,
right
y'all
there.
6-year anniversary?
Yeah.
They like that.
Mhm.
So you gotta think. I mean, there's a lot to think about.
We
So I
ain't-
hope this
I
He
video
know
was
you
was
said
like,
y'all
"Well,
don't want to
this year."
do nothing but just.
I do. He
He
don't.
said just cook dinner and be stay at home.
Girl.
Any questions?
Like, nah. That
Hit
is
me in the
nothing.
comments. I
I'm
do
gonna come up with
respond back.
something.
Okay.
Spend
Want
the
y'all to
day out
take care.
together.
Cheers.
Well, he
Have
did
a
say he
good
wanted to go
evening.
fishing, so I
And,
found a fishing
remember,
hole.
if you want to
Put
bounce
some on
around
the
the shop,
grill,
the shop, the shop,
you
the shop, till you
know, or
figure it out,
maybe
go right
wherever.
ahead. Ain't
I
nothing
Where
wrong.
y'all
found, I
fishing
found a
at?
fishing hole.
If you find somebody
I
that
just
does a
found
really
it.
good
It's
job,
south.
Have a picnic. I
cater
don't
to
know.
them. Stick with
It's a
them.
paid lake,
Because the
paid
longer you
fishing
stick
hole.
with them, the longer the more they'll know your
So I think
hair.
we'll have
and
some
how
fun.
you
I'm
want
gonna
to
make sure I
look
got me
and
some oil for my
and
skin.
how you want your hair to be, and the texture of your hair,
Have
and
a
the
fish
health
fry.
of your hair. The longer
Yeah,
you're with
yeah,
somebody,
But he said he
the
wanted to
more
catch some bigger
comfortable they
fish
will be, and
than the
they'll
fish
know
that we
what
had
to do
got
with your
caught
hair.
before.
Familiarity.
And I'm like, that's
you know?
all about the bait and the
Think about
technique. You know what I mean?
All
But
right.
Do y'all ever
Cheers.
catch
Take
anything?
care.
yeah, we caught some fish when I took him. Yeah, we caught some
And
fish.
cook, y'all cook them and throw them back.
I don't know. I think we gave Carlos was with us, and he cleaned them. We just gave them to him. Yeah, he cleaned them. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, girl. So that's when we was that's what it was.
Seemed like 6 weeks for my hair appointments be coming like this. You like, didn't I just get my
Right.
6 weeks
It-
is flying. I mean,
That's what, girl. I looked at my
I be like,
calendar. I knew I had somebody for Saturday, but I didn't know who. You know, I just knew I had somebody. Girl, now look, I said, Jeanette, already?
it seemed like
I was thinking the same
time
thing.
be going
Like,
so fast.
I really was thinking, like, I didn't expect to
so,
see your name there. I thought
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be somebody. I was like, well, wait a minute. Has it been 6 weeks already?
Mm,
But we were doing 8 weeks, right?
just a couple times.
Just a couple.
And my afro was too real. It was too puffy for me. Can't even hardly style it. You know, I can't. That's why I'm looking like I can't deal with that new growth like that. The locks laying on top of the afro.
Right.
You know, leaves are falling already and changing.
So let's play for
On a lot of trees. I'm like, wow, fall is making an introduction.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool this morning.
Mike Tyson, like 3
What's on my TV? I'm hitting the button.
Lady at church was asking me because we be having the classes on Sunday morning before service start. She said we could have it on Saturdays. I said no, Saturday is my time. I get my hair done or whatever, or do my grocery shopping or
Girl, ain't it funny how you gotta set them boundaries so early?
and I'll just be like,
You gotta like set the boundaries.
I said Saturday is when I have to do me.
Yeah, you relaxing or doing whatever. You're running around for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you say you work dang near 7 days a week.
It's 7 days a week. More driving back and forth than anything. So you think about, I have to go there in the morning and go in the evening, or go in the morning and go at night, depending on what the schedule is.
I think my battery is going
So
down.
I'm driving back and forth more than anything. I'm like, no. And the other lady I'm in class with, she
Forget about our
said she's a
shit.
truck driver.
Oh, careful, folks. Hey,
Right.
we're slipping the blind
She
best.
drive, I guess, Monday through Friday locally. I said, you driving them big semi-trucks? She was
I've
like,
invested
yeah.
all your shares into Nokia, a very reliable stock, as you can see from these
Wow.
portfolios. Should earn you a lot of money over the next few years.
As long as I have enough to buy my
I'm
mom
gonna
a giant
turn this
mansion.
down a little
That's
bit.
nice. I know what I'm going to buy my daughter. An ice rink.
You could buy every rink in Switzerland now.
I have a very wealthy client who's interested in erasing.
Girl, we almost done. I'm still working up this hair.
Double I'm on vacation, all right?
I'll get the information and send it to you in Europe, okay?
Okay. See you later.
Hey,
Have a good trip.
Yeah, I'm working on this hair.
Hey, wait. Talk to me. I'm his agent.
You want these to go back, so that's
I
good.
keep my hair back from my face.
She's right here.
Hey, wait.
But it's gotten to that point
He's retained my
that I'm
services.
still able to take it in different directions now versus
Oh, that's good information.
yeah, I'm able to part it and it's gonna lay and stay, versus like when it was just real short and it didn't be sticking up.
Yeah.
So it didn't get past that stage. I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna work. Like that antennas. But they
Mm-hmm.
still short in the top, and I just throw a headband on to keep those areas laid down. I just keep it like, I don't like hair in my face.
King of killers. This is you.
But we're a team, okay?
And I think,
Only if you're the boss.
looking forward to seeing the growth of it at the 3-year mark.
So in 3 years, how where do you want it at? What's your idea of where your hair should be, or where you would like to see it at in 3 years?
It'd be nice if it's at least right here. Ooh,
Okay.
I don't know, I got a long way on.
Well, you said 3 years, and we already at what year we at?
1.5 almost. So
Another year and a half.
I would hope.
Yeah, I could say your hair would double by then.
Shoulder maybe. Not, yeah, they ain't gotta be past my shoulder, but
It still might be layered though,
I
like
like the layered look,
Yeah.
actually. Because my hair was on different lengths short, but I like that.
And I didn't put these very tight, like you said.
I don't want the tension. And I want the alopecia.
Right. What they think? I'm telling you. Last night they was like,
I mean, because
this
that's
look
real,
like
though.
a recipe for
Yeah,
alopecia.
because that's real though. If you get your hair, you
Too
know,
much tension,
too
yeah.
much tension with getting your retightness for your locks and stuff, it causes damage.
Right.
It really will. Like,
I think I'll be able to lighten if my that one client I have, if she comes like she's supposed to, we will be okay. They stay. You know, not make sure they stay, but you know what I mean? She got to continue to come. So,
I'd like to be able to put a ponytail in about at my 3 years.
you can get a ponytail now.
Pigtail.
You want a dangling ponytail. That's all a ponytail.
Yeah, but that's too short. Yeah, dangling one in about 3. The next year and a half.
Girl, everybody gonna be out. Girl, when you get that length, they gonna be all over your hair. And they gonna act like your hair just turned in like that, like overnight. Like, no, this has been a journey.
Process. But when they say it's not just about your hair. When you start a lock journey, that you're growing in different areas of your life as well, because it's a lifestyle change. It's not
always put a twist on something. I never would have seen it like that.
Your hair, because then and it's one thing that the lock journey teaches you is patience.
Girl, I'm gonna use that. Let somebody talk about they want some luck. I'm like, the first thing you need to know is this journey is all about patience.
Because it was so
very good information.
When it was a long time before I even seen that it was locks, because it was locked at the roots, but everything I had, a curly fro still. Then nobody even know my journey because they couldn't see it because of, my hair being curly.
That's true.
They couldn't see it until my hair actually matured and started growing more that, you got locks.
A lot of locks.
And I lost all the, the curly ends and stuff like that. And I said, oh, now it's fine. It seemed like it was all coming up on a year before it started. Well, probably not that long. But I was like, oh, wow, it's really looking like locks now.
Right, because I remember you had texted me. You had texted me.
When I look back at all the pictures, it just seemed like I still had, I'm like, you can't even tell my journey I was on. Because I didn't see it, but once it really developed and matured, I was like, oh, okay. I don't think I ever had second thoughts about starting it, because I just couldn't wait till it got fuller, because it was like, oh, God, when is it gonna thicken up? When is it gonna fill out?
Good, yeah, good question.
And I was like, okay, let me just trust the process.
And you was doing research in the process,
But the thing about it is, not looking at other. I became addicted to looking at everybody else's lock journeys.
Like when you walking around and you see somebody,
and that's one thing you can't compare.
And then their memory ain't gonna be the same. They ain't gonna really remember, who remembers the exact day they started.
And everybody started with different textures and
different lengths of hair.
They started a lot of the journeys that I was looking at. These women had a lot of hair.
Yep.
Thick hair started, and they I'm like, oh, it looks so good, but look at what they started with.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And so I was like, oh, my hair looks so thin, and I know I don't have thin hair, but when I got the locks, I'm like, I look all thin and skippy and and when is this plucked chicken look gonna leave? You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh. And some women, be embarrassed of the plucked chicken look, and they just, they'll wear a wig or what, as they're going through that transition. And I was like, I'm just gonna wear it. It is what it is. And now, I feel, I know when other women are staring at my, when other women are looking at you.
Yeah, you can tell.
And I say, they haven't got the courage yet. You know, you can
Yeah,
tell. 'Cause
yeah.
when they
To make they
to
thought
make that-
about it.
Yeah, you can tell
Mhm.
because it's years before. You know, usually women think about it for years before they actually take that step to do
I
it.
never even thought it was on your radar. I knew
It
being
took
natural
years.
was, but
If I would have made up my mind before cutting all my hair off, I wish I would have thought about it as another option before cutting all my hair off and wearing it low for years.
it was cute like that.
And then I was like, I know I'm just tired of dealing with my hair, but I never considered locks as an option because maybe the maintenance of it. I just knew I didn't like a lot of locks that I was seeing in public. I said, if my locks don't look like that, I don't want that junk.
Mhm.
If it got to be looking that rough, you know. And I just was like, until I educated myself, say, okay, those are people who's neglecting their lives. You know,
Right.
they're not keeping up.
Like
you know,
this ain't how they supposed to look.
that's it, right.
Right.
And then I said, okay.
Sky, snow,
And then a lady that I knew, I looked at her, you know, and she started a sister lock journey.
Now you don't comb or nothing through your hair, do you?
Just my fingers.
Oh, okay.
That's about it. Freedom. I said, oh my God, freedom. You couldn't pay me to trade for this freedom to just get up and go, moisturize and just get up and go and not just be like, you know, get dressed and then be like, okay, Lord, have mercy, what I'm gonna do with this head? Okay, let me figure out what I'm gonna do with this head, you know. Now that, you know, if I don't want to do anything to it, I really ain't gotta do nothing to it. As far as styling, I can just let it hang.
That's true.
Put a side part, moisturize it, gel down my edges and go. I don't have to style it. But if I want to, you know, do something,
Spruce it up a little bit.
I throw some rollers in overnight or something.
Yeah, those are so cute.
You know, I got the little, you know, spun satin rollers or whatever, satin wrap rollers. It's easy to sleep in. You know, baby, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do a little something for church, you know. But a lot of times, you know, because of my length, it's not where I want it to be. It make my hair look real short when I
But when them
roll it
curls
up.
get to falling,
So it just depends on what I'm feeling. If I feel like doing something, I do it. If I don't want to do anything, I ain't gotta do nothing. Because it's still, you know, it's a style in itself. I don't have to worry about my hair on top of my head looking crazy. Yeah.
the
And
options
you
are
know,
there.
I get probably more compliments from, and people staring are probably, you know, people of the opposite color.
Oh, okay.
I love your hair, you know.
That is a nice
And
compliment.
they be intrigued, you know, they look at our hair like, you know, art.
That's true.
They're like, oh, your hair is beautiful. And I'll be like, oh, well, thank you. And then I see, you know, like a lot of our sisters, they may find themselves, you know, pretty much, like I say, they're probably considering a journey. And they just be like, But I love it if I'm close enough to see somebody journey and see it, you know,
Progress.
flourish. I'm
That's
like,
true.
oh, wow, I remember when you started. So, like, one of the greeters or whatever, I don't know what his position is at the church. And I remember, like, a few years, and I remember the first thing I noticed was his journey. I wasn't looking at his locks.
Right.
I knew his locks were sticking up all over the place back in the day, you know, a few years ago. And when I came back to church this time, his locks was down here. And I was like, in my mind, because I'm on a journey myself, I said, I remember you was at the front door greeting people, them locks was short, and, you know, all going in all different directions. And now, I said, dang, them locks look good.
Did he get
They was
extensions
down.
or were they his?
I know that.
I would think I would. That I don't know. I'm thinking.
Well, how long had it been?
It's been about 4 years.
Oh yeah, that he is. That he is.
Because his hair was short and they was just, it was like, a little short afro, starter locks, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's been about 4 years. And I said, and I was looking and staring, I'm like, he don't even look like the same person. His hair has matured and flourished beautifully. I said, okay.
You are wise, my
I
lord.
kept looking because I'm on that journey. I wasn't thinking about his head back then. I'm like, okay, he's going through some things. He's starting to,
In the long, it is my duty to arrest
look,
criminals.
not journey, but to see that transition a few years later.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, now he thinks he all that.
Yeah, hair.
I
His
said, he
hair
looking
getting
good. I
Yeah,
said, that hair looking good.
and he keeping it up.
But it seemed like he had, I was trying to look at it because it was real thick, and it seemed like he had individual barrel splits or something. Because they was like,
Two together.
yes, that's what it looked like. And
Yeah.
they was single, and I was like, okay, that looked nice.
That means he getting them styled and everything.
And that was
You have
looking
no
good.
chance. Reveal your weapon and surrender.
But just like you say, people really ain't gonna, they just gonna think my hair did it overnight. Oh, wow. But it, I'm like, no, it ain't that simple. Because one thing that I didn't know is when I started mine that it was going to be about 3 years to, really see the maturity of them. I'm thinking, about a year. I can't wait to see what it do in a year.
3
Like,
years?
yeah, they said it
Oh,
takes
wow.
about, when I started researching, they said it's about 3 years. When you get to like your 3-year mark, it's when you see what they call the drop.
Oh.
And the maturity
Well, we
of
we
the
ain't,
lock.
when we gonna be at the 2-year mark?
February of next year.
Okay.
February 25th of
That's
next
gonna be
year.
interesting.
6 more months almost, 6.5 more months.
I think I did a video of your 1 year. I think right after you, because it wasn't exactly 1 year, it was like a little bit over 1 year.
Yeah, you did that one. So I just say at least once a year maybe, and see the progress. But then as I did my research, they say it's about that 3rd year. You really, your locks start growing. It said at first your locks grow kind of like out. And then, once you come up on your 3rd year, it start growing down and you're able to start seeing your length.
Right.
So, we shall see what it is looking like at 3 years. How your mom doing with her hair being off? She
She
feel
said
naked?
she said she feels
naked.
free.
Wow.
Actually, because she said her hair was so long and so heavy.
Oh,
Why am I seeing all these locks look like they're unraveling on the ends? Do you notice that? Like your ends look like really curly?
in the areas that had broke off,
And I'm like, what's going on?
the tips.
The tips look really super curly.
Once that tip come off or something like that.
Max!
Yes.
Girl, he was sounding like he was about to go through the window. Like the mailman can't even deliver the mail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Some of these is like,
if a tip or something come off,
then it,
it's
okay,
gonna
then it,
naturally open up.
okay, that might be
If
what it
it's not
is.
locked all the way down to the end.
And it opens
already.
up on the part where, okay. Your hair's so soft though.
Which I don't even mind the curly ends.
Yeah, I
I
mean
really don't because it give it
another dimension and look. I just
uh,
don't want it to unravel like all the way.
to the roots. That's how you
Right.
gotta
There
find
was
out.
only one I had to do that with. That was just today.
If it's really short, in them areas, sometimes it take a while for them to start staying.
Yeah.
For a long time, neither of us made a move,
Yeah. This one is.
while our battle unfolded
I noticed
in
that.
the depths of our minds.
I noticed that. And I was like, I was like, did you comb through your hair? That's what made me ask you that.
No.
It's the tips that came off. Okay.
Because sometimes,
That makes a lot of
you know,
sense.
if I'm finger combing through it, you know, my moisturizer or something, and tips will break on off or something, I'll be like, oh, there go another one.
The tip.
Snap on off. But, you know, sometimes you do it after that lock is already, you know, locked up almost to the tip. Sometimes they just come on off before it's, you know, locked all the way down.
Yeah.
And like you said, you had mentioned before, and it may just be the bleached ends
Yeah.
that's breaking off
That
or
is
whatever,
true.
you know, from where it was bleached at.
I keep telling my husband I'm going to take some self-defense classes. You know he laugh every time I say that. I said, you think I'm playing? I'm about to learn. I'm going to bust a move up on somebody. I'm going to practice on him first. You know, because he's a man. He's strong. Let me try this move. Look, I need you to act like you about to choke me out. Let me try this move on you. See if I can get out of it. That's what self-defense is all about. You got to be ready.
Remember when it was Kung Fu Sunday growing up?
Yep, but that was I
And we
was
used
in
to
Ohio though.
Yeah, I was in Chicago.
Yep,
And it was
every
Kung Fu
Saturday
Sunday.
Saturday night though I watch. I think it was Saturday night I watched mine. They come on at 2:00 in the morning or 1:00 midnight.
Shoot, I went up like that.
Yeah, I did, girl.
But we watched them all day on Sunday.
Yep, yeah. I used to think that the Chinese Kung Fu men was just the sexiest men alive. And I didn't even realize that they wore lace fronts. Did you know they wore lace fronts?
Oh, see, I ain't think about
That
it.
ain't really their hair.
But you look at hair like that, I wouldn't care. Yeah.
I didn't know. See, that's a lace front. See that?
Oh.
That's coming down to his temple. Yeah, that's a lace front. But he got on one and the other guy got on one too. They probably are the ones who originated lace fronts. Oh, don't stab him. Did he stab him?
I be telling, you know, like say, and I was like, on Saturday, was, you know, as a kid, you look forward to the cartoons, and then you look forward to Soul Train coming on. You know, them the days.
Mm-hmm.
We had our routine, you know, hey, eat your cereal, your favorite little cereal.
Right.
Watch your cartoons, wait for the Soul Train to come on. They never cared for American Bandstand.
I ain't even watch Soul Train that much because I couldn't really dance.
Well, it's just watch them dance and then, you know, hear the latest little
Nah,
song.
girl, I be getting up, jumping up, thinking I'm doing something. Trying to mimic them. But I definitely watch all my Kung Fu shows.
Not afraid, John Wick. You have no idea what's coming.
All right, girl, we gotta go to the other side.
John Wick, people keep asking if I'm back.
I'm telling you, girl, if Max break that window, we gonna have some problems.
He be up in the window.
Girl, he done opened up the curtains all in the window.
Looks like you could die in the fight.
All right, so let me get to the other side here.
Imagine people got 500 locks. It depends on your hair. You gotta have all them locks. It just depends. And, you know, a lot of times sister locks will be like 500, 600. I'm watching videos and some people who started their own locks be like, I got about 700, 800. They start them at home and then they can't find a stylist.
Oh my goodness.
because it's too many.
It's too many. Why would you start your locks at
Because they
home like
wanted
that?
them real small to, be similar to sister locks. And they
That means you're gonna be touching that shit up yourself. Ain't nobody gonna be doing all that. Or you gonna pay the cost, and then they don't want to pay the cost. They didn't want to pay. That's why they did themselves. Not saying you can do a good job, but they didn't want to pay.
So that's a lot.
Where we at? Okay, we got all this. We got all this to do.
Because when I look at people, I've seen, women's sister locks, and I just like, ooh, those are so tiny. They be looking good. But I could say I can only
But they are
imagine what
tiny.
I be like, oh, I can only imagine what that bill is to maintain it.
And you know
Oh
what?
my gosh. But
I know they ain't coming in no 6 to 8 weeks.
Could you imagine paying that kind of money? Unless they get it done in parts.
Wow.
I find myself in doing every
I
corner
just-
of our land.
I can't
I
do
was
it.
unaware that within the
That's
small
why I said I had to
district of
try to
London,
come up with a
the
number
lines of
and
traffic
something that was affordable. Be like, okay, this is where we gonna stop at.
Yeah, because we didn't really count. We just went on the size. We went on the size. What size did you want? And that when we worked it from there, based on your
It
size.
was gonna be.
Right, didn't have an idea. We just knew that size. We're gonna just go with that size and keep it
And
moving.
like you said, you still had to combine some because it was too small.
Well, they were unraveling. They were unraveling because your hair was so it needed support. It needed support.
That's what happens. You can start off with a certain number, but if them strands ain't strong enough and have the support in there, you gotta combine them
this great chamber so that there can be
to
no
keep your hair
place to
healthy.
hide.
When it's just gonna
You
break.
say that your sword is quicker than theirs? My lord, no.
You're right about that.
Then how did you conquer them?
And and I think like a lot, when something new comes, it wasn't new, but it becomes popular. Social media makes a lot of stuff popular, just talking about it.
That's true.
And then it becomes a trend. And then once,
Hey, how you doing?
and once, sister locks became that trend, everybody wanted sister locks, sister locks.
Well, just like the micro locs,
and
same
then,
thing.
until you be like, oh, wait a minute. It's just small locks. I could just get micro locks and pay a lot less,
I am here to acquire one
and just be like, instead of having to go to a consultant or
Master Broken Swords.
a sister locks consultant, you be like, okay, well, just give me the micro locks for a lesser price.
A lesser price and a less amount of work.
And I don't have to deal with having to go to just a sister locks
A
consultant.
technician, yeah.
Sword.
But you do have to get them. But that's a serious industry
It's a
right there.
brand.
It's a brand. Sister Locks is a brand. And if you have not paid for that program to be able to do that, they are not. You better not call them Sister Locks, or you'll be sued.
What size?
And then, because
8 feet.
I was doing the same thing when I was thinking about my journey, admiring other, sisters, hair, and I was like, oh, those sister locks. You'd be like, no, myself.
And if they,
And I was like, those, that's
Master wishes to
small. It
borrow
was like,
some red
yeah,
ink from the mistress.
cost less. I was
just like micro braids,
I'm like, okay.
Has the mistress heard me? He requests the use of your red
And
ink.
when I was doing my own research about sister locks,
Tell him
and stuff,
I'm
like, I
waiting
ain't trying to
for him to
travel,
ask me himself.
go, way out here. Wait, I think when I found one, it was Brownsburg or here or there. I was like, oh,
Why are they so far out? That's the
it's
question.
really not a lot.
Respectfully.
What you doing out in Brownsburg? Is there anybody that
You
look like
gotta
us here?
travel an hour away or 45 minutes,
Why you ain't in the city?
could not find any really in the city. And what I was noticing on a lot of people's sites, they say, people like shops that do locks, it'll be like micro locks, dreadlocks, these all that. No sister locks. They be like,
Right,
no
so don't
sister
ask
lock.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even
And if you
ask.
got sister locks, they not touching.
They not touching them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if they say?
Because if you,
What if they say they look like sister locks, but they not sister locks? Would somebody do it? You know what I mean? Like I got them done by somebody who
because once you get it done,
can do them similar.
yeah, then you no longer have sister locks
Yeah.
anymore.
Girl, they real strict about that. They ain't
Mhm.
playing.
And I just said, no, I can't be in that box. I can't be conformed to that.
But that was the thing, though.
Yeah,
Sister
what's the
locks is that
thing?
thing. Like, you have money if you because you gotta be able to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you have an original uh, thing that no one else has. And normally their hair is so long and beautiful,
It's beautiful.
and they
though.
and they
some
put some
people,
curls in it, and they style it, and they do all this stuff
yeah,
with
it's
them.
beautiful. It is. And I just say, well, hey, you got to be committed to that journey. And it's no switching. Like the micro locks, you could change.
That's
you
true.
could change your stylist.
That's true. You
or your
can.
stylist relocate or you relocate.
Yeah.
You can go to it. You know.
Anybody else to just do you some interlocking, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine being turned away every time?
And that's when I was like, no, and it's just really important to do, you know, like you were saying, your research.
Do your
Before you
research.
commit to, I said, well, you know what? I can commit to the journey. I can't commit to a brand, though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it took years to commit to the journey because it's like, okay, once I start this, ain't no turning back. But one, I ain't investing that type of money just to take it down. Even though that's an option, I'd be like, no, I ain't invest that type of money to start if I'm not going to be absolutely sure about it when I start. I'm like, I'm in this. And when people be like, men used to be like, how much it, you know, oh my, how much your hair appointments cost? I'll be like, you don't want to know.
Are you asking so you can be
No.
a beneficiary?
Yeah, you gonna pay for
Right,
it?
you about to
Yeah, and they be like, ooh, I cut all my hair off. I said, no, it's. I said, you don't understand the labor that goes into it.
It's labor intensive.
Yeah, you don't understand.
And I'm over here like I should have
So-
wore my damn compression socks this morning. I ain't even
So
put
they
them
don't
on.
know. They be like, I said, it's the labor, you know. And they be like, well, how long? I said, so like the lady that's one of the ministers at church, she said she's a hairstylist, but she don't do locks. And she said, when she was bringing up maybe a Saturday class, you know, kind of get it over with,
Yeah.
and we could just knock everything out in one day instead of, you know, over 3 days. And I said, she said, what's your hair appointment? What, just a couple hours? I said, no. I said, my hair appointment is at...
See, she just looking at the couple strands you had at the top going back. She ain't been all up in the head. You know, to see that you got how many locks you got.
I said, she was like, that type of style, you got what, take a couple hours? I said, no. And then one of the ladies say, no. You said the type of style? I said, no, at the minimum is 4.5. At maybe the maximum is 5.
Hey, sis, happy weekend to you too. Thank you.
And so she was like, oh my. I said, yeah.
But you know what? From the time, like right now, we looking at 2.5, and that's just me interlocking. I didn't start the video until like I started doing putting the hair in. So for just the interlocking portion of it was 2.5 hours. And I still ain't done.
But I think
that ain't even the shampoo the color yet. I didn't start
think
timing
on
it.
an average, the appointments is on average 4.5 5.
I'll say 5. I definitely would say 5.
And
Yeah.
if it's 5 hours, a lot of times it's when we take, you know, had to take breaks or whatever, you know.
Oh yeah. Remember they was working
It's
next
like
door. They had to
working
keep
on how-
leaving. Yeah, that's
but on
true.
average, it usually be 4.5. No more than 5.
Yeah.
But it's usually 4.5.
Because now that I'm looking at it, by having the video going this long, it's like I can definitely see how long it's taking me to do the interlocking part of it. Because the only thing I stopped to do was just go check on Max just
All
now.
these footlong snacks for $5 or less.
Well, he broke through the window trying to get the mail
And
back.
so I think more so at the beginning of the journey, I said, Lord, I'm not gonna be able to do this that the patience that it takes, you know, to be like, it's gonna be some long appointments, you know.
Yeah. But you could even come earlier than 8. You know that.
It's only because of
Right, exactly. I mean, right. So it ain't like
it's
right
even,
there.
it's the clocking in.
And we did it at night before too. Remember that one
Yeah, I don't
time?
like that. But
I think we did it in parts. I think we did your color at night.
that's when you was just starting out, and it was too much for you. You hadn't built up, you know, your speed yet.
Yeah. Oh,
and,
that's
and,
true.
and you was like, nah, you gotta get your color done on Friday, and then I do that.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, they kept unraveling on me. And I was like,
And
oh my
then-
god.
When she got, you know, that was at the beginning of the journey, and then my hair stopped unraveling and everything. It was like, okay, because it was like 8 hours, and at 8 hours,
It was so rough.
yeah. So now, and it was like, okay, and once we passed that beginning, you know, phase, it was like, okay, the time just got less and less and less, but
Yeah, because you were like, you done? I'm like, girl, yeah.
so that was like, wow, to go see it go from 8 to 4.5 to 5. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah,
My
because you're not losing.
my mother still be like, oh my God, how did you? You know, I just be like, that's still a lot of hours. And I just said, wow.
It was those repairs. Those repairs
It
was
took
murder
me, I
on
think, to
me.
get used to
Because you got
it.
so many.
And it took me to just be like, okay, it is what it is. It don't bother me as much as be like, okay, it just.
And I only had to repair one today. Just one. Which ain't bad at all. That is like beautiful.
And that's just because of the area, like I say, where it broke off.
Exactly.
It's
The whole
starting
thing,
back
yeah, I had to just start the whole thing
over.
over.
It started popping them loose until it gets some length to it.
Right.
And so yeah.
Because I was like, wait a minute, how is all her ends so curly? I mean, it was beautiful. But I was like, what's going on?
When tips come off, that's what it's going to do.
I did not know that.
They just, I mean, they break off as they maturing, they breaking off. But I
Yeah.
don't mind them breaking off if it's locked all the way
It's,
down.
and it is locked. You're right, because it ain't going nowhere.
But then when they break off and it ain't locked, that's when it just unravel and open all the way back up.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, and I don't think in that short area at the top in the crown area, it wasn't no tip to break off. It's just, you know.
Yeah, I think it was like right here is the one I fixed.
Oh.
Right over here. That's one thing, but I did learn about these Chinese movies or Japanese movies, girl. They weren't afraid to die. You know what I mean? They were not afraid to die. They will fight to their last breath. They would even kill themselves before they would go into the hands of the enemy. You ever notice that about these movies?
Mm-hmm.
We're working our way.
Like, you think you starting to get more lock clients?
I don't know. I mean, I've always had them. I just didn't have them. They don't have what you had.
They just had regular traditional.
Yeah, I think Tammy was the closest person to get something similar to what you had. But I really can't even count hers because hers ain't even like. Yeah, but that's about the closest I can get, you know.
And she did what, like about half of what I got, maybe.
The
like
size, what? Oh
150
yeah.
maybe.
I don't even I won't even say she had 150. I don't think I should have counted them. I didn't count them.
I think you told me it was about that much when you started.
But she ain't it ain't that much
But
now.
now, right? But
Because when you count the ones that she lost,
Mistress Note is far superior.
You haven't come here to commission a
I
scroll.
her look really nice though. I know her confidence is boosted a lot more.
oh yeah, thank you, girl.
She feels it's important.
It's about yeah. If you can fix it, if I can fix it, I'm gonna fix it.
She ain't got to wear no turban and scarf. She didn't have to wear it then, but it's you know she
Yeah.
was self-conscious about it.
You had no
That's true.
opportunity to see it.
She wanted her hair
My
full.
love dies. I have something to show you.
And then you know she was going to work, and then what if she sweats a lot? You know, 'cause
That's why I was shocked with her hot flashes that she was doing.
I spent the night contemplating the scroll.
But you know what? Because I considered that too when I have issues with hot flashes. I thought, oh my God, with hair, you know, I just knew with my natural hair and it being a fro, it felt like I had a helmet on my head, a winter hat on all the time.
yeah,
Unless I put some twists in it myself and had some parts for it to breathe. And that's one thing, my hair never feels hot because look all these parts.
right.
It's, you know,
Then tell
it's
me.
a lot different than your hair just being natural and thick. And that just felt like, oh my, your scalp is not breathing. But
Skydive by your
I don't
side.
regret not starting my journey for me. I know I didn't want to start with extensions.
Yeah, I thought we dang sure was gonna be doing some extensions,
And
girl.
I was
I
like,
was
no.
ready,
I was
like
ready,
yeah.
I was like, no. And I was
I
considering
had
it
got
at
the
first.
hair and
Then,
everything.
and then I was like, no, I'm going to do this natural. For
I'm
me,
like,
I
huh?
said, nope, I want my journey to
Not
be.
even a little bit, huh?
No, I said, and I was like, nope, I just want this journey to be natural. It's going to be slow. I said, oh, Lord.
So yeah,
It's gonna be slow
Gonna be
because,
slow.
you know, with the short pieces sticking up over here,
Yeah,
sticking up over there.
I don't think we would have had a problem with unraveling if we would have added extensions to
And
it.
then I just say, no,
I don't think you would have had
and I
no
was
unraveling
like, I just want
because
this,
it would have been secure.
yeah, I just said, nope, I just want this to be 100% natural on me. It was about not the physical part of the journey, but I said, no, this is just my journey. I don't want to take a shortcut.
Right.
I want to, this is teaching me because I'm a very impatient person. And I just was like, oh my God. But I had to.
You wouldn't know you was impatient by the way this journey is going. You wouldn't know.
I gave up and just said, forget it. I just like, oh,
You said,
forget
I
it.
just
It's
gave
just
up.
going to do what it's do. I can't rush the growth of it. I can't rush this. I gave up. I just was like, let me just let it trust the process and
Trust the process.
stop counting down the days and years and just let it do what it
Oh,
do.
there go another one I gotta fix.
And so I got a chance to see Shaylin's, journey up close.
That's true.
And, when he started his, starter locks and the seat, but his hair was a good length when he pretty much started his.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember him saying, oh my God, Mom, I can't wait till I can at least put a ponytail. Now I see myself in his story.
Okay.
He was like, and then when it got to like where mine at, they put a little band around and it still was kind of. And then I look at his hair, and it was about 3 years.
Oh,
and
okay.
then all of a sudden
okay.
it was like, and I'd be like, wow, I remember you was fussing. I can't wait till my hair grow. I can't wait till my hair grow. And now he got all this hair. And I was like, wow. I said, now I'm fussing like you, Shayla. I'm like, But yeah, I just gave up and said, let me just live and let this hair do what it do. It is what it is.
See, like this one, I don't know what really like to do. I gotta redo this one. This one here is hair.
Came all
So
the
that's
way
two.
loose.
I'm gonna make it do that
It came
one.
all the way loose.
Yeah, that was all the way loose.
I must have sweated those out there.
So that make 2 I have to do.
Go on.
No, it's just the problems of the short areas.
Well, this hair ain't really the short. It's just probably one of those ones where the tip came off and it unraveled all the way.
Yeah, because you ain't even have no problems with those. Yeah. So it has to be the tip.
Right.
Well, I don't know. Probably, hopefully, all the bleached tips and pretty much came off.
When I wanted you to see us, you are no longer in my heart.
He mad about
I think your husband is the one that probably he was here when I started my journey, so he'll really be able to see the be like, wow,
Yeah,
because he was here when you first started it,
but you didn't start like when did what that was just last year though.
and he was like, wow, it was just it was
Oh, she done killed him.
February of 2022. And that's why he was like, wow, it was real thin, just like, oh, it's gonna look nice when it thicken up.
Didn't I tell you they'll kill each other like it ain't nobody? She gonna kill herself next. That's why they probably ain't had no prisons and stuff.
Oh, I remember I was like, oh, I was like, oh, I gotta see, it's just seeing too much scalp. The scalp, you're like, oh my God.
What's seeing too much scalp?
When my hair was, before it started thickening up.
We are both so foolish.
Is that what you gonna say to your killer?
Mm-hmm.
Well, go ahead and kill yourself next, cause that's what y'all do.
Okay, it's gonna hail in Omaha. And we live not in Omaha. Yeah, but I went to college with a guy. Oh, where's my phone?
Orders have kept Sadie from becoming your parents, but we can't save you money when you bought Lola with us.
Morning. Not sure if you had a chance to look at the Doppler yet this morning.
Meanwhile, on Paramount Mountain.
Hey, Pepper, go on.
Wow, Josh Allen. He's got a cannon for an arm.
Ah, you need that's an arm cannon. I'll show you an arm cannon. Feel my wrath.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Terracon.
I told him Max needed another thing, tether, because he done tore up the one in the backyard.
For millennia,
So I'm gonna have to probably go to
the same extraordinary technique.
Family Dollar and Dollar General used to have some thin ones.
Sustainable anti-aging aquifer deep within you. It's not just water. It's
Yeah,
Fiji
so-
water.
No,
Why a special K of all
he right in the house looking crazy.
'Cause
I got
he
the one. I got the one in the front, but I gotta be out there watching him because he been pull that loose. He too strong for his own good.
Special K. Special for a reason.
I got this going in the wrong direction. So.
Any sub, any size.
So it's gonna be looking like that.
Well, it ain't supposed to go that way. He said back.
Yes, that's just for advertisement purposes only. You don't get that much meat.
I love 20% off subs.
It do look good though.
On TV.
Any size, 20% off at Subway.
But you know what? Then they'll say that it's gonna be participating only. It ain't even all of them because these are franchise.
And they don't even,
And some of the franchise don't even honor those commercials.
not no more because the strike, nobody really can afford to go to the restaurants like they used to. So they can't afford to honor specials. They used to have February, buy one get one free or something. The foot lines. Oh, that lasted. COVID changed everything.
Oh my goodness.
And you ain't getting no more deals. The only deal they still offer is through the app. And I'll never order a sandwich through the app again for nobody because
The prices are different.
they don't make your sandwich like they would face to face. You could put, I want extra this or extra that or bite on this.
And they just throw on
they
what they
throw
want.
it in. Like, only thing I had was bread, just about. That was the worst sandwich. I said, no, make my sandwich in person because you can control it.
That's true. A little more of this.
Yeah.
Too much of that.
Going. No, that's enough for that. Yeah. You can control it versus through that app, they throw that together any kind of way. Some be some sad sandwiches.
Well, she didn't kill herself. They ain't playing with the knives.
If you want to die now, I'll assist you.
Well, it's just turning 12 o'clock. A little after 12. Is that clock right? You still got the rest of your day.
I used to come to my appointments at 7.
Oh, okay.
But my brother,
Yeah, you didn't have to.
I have to clock in at 7, and then I help him out, and I'm able to get here maybe. That's the earliest I'm able to get here is between 7:35 and 7:40.
Okay.
That's the earliest. But that's why I just said you set the appointments at 8, but I'm always be before 8.
Okay.
It'll always be before 8. It's going to be between
Okay, I
maybe-
know that now.
Yeah.
Because at 7, I done ran to I was at the store. Because the store
Yeah.
opened at 7.
No, I think I used to come earlier than that.
Yeah, I think you used to come about 6 sometimes, yeah.
And then I said, yep, but now I'm clocking in at 7, then run him up to the center, drop him back off. When I drop him back off, it's probably around 7:25 or 7:30. Then I come straight here. And that's less than 10 minutes. So 8 o'clock is just I don't know. We just left it at 8, but it wasn't no, can't say put it at 7:35. Like, oh, who knows? Be like, but just know it'll always be before 8. It'll always be like not 7:30 or between 7:30 7:40. Unless it's winter time. See, a lot of stuff, like when winter time, it just depends on the weather, winter, or it's been times where he's had to talk to a counselor, and it might be more towards 8 on those days, but very seldomly. That's why I usually, but who has, we don't have our phones on. I'll be like, on the way. When I text you when I'm on my way, I'm just coming from my mother's house.
Oh, okay.
And she just over there on about the other spot.
Cause it was probably about
And then sometimes I think about like maybe I should text you when he's done at the center before I head back to his, to drop him off and say, on my way. Because when I say on my way, it's probably about 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, because I went ahead and I was at the store when
Because
they
you
opened
might say,
at 7.
right, because then you might be like, I'm going to run to the store. The appointment ain't to 8.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
did. I ran to the store.
Yeah, I'll be like,
And then I went and but I was there when the store opened at 7. That way I wasn't wasting no time.
it's safe.
And I said, well, let me just grab what I need. And then I started heading back. And I was like, okay, I got to wash this meat off, season it, get it ready. Then I heard my phone go. I'm like, hold on, let me go and check.
Your strategy
she
relied
on her
on
way.
starting discord between them.
At 7:26. I was like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, so then, that's why I was like,
I
this
said,
gives
well,
about.
let me go. I said, well, she gonna just hold on a couple seconds. I gotta get this in the oven.
So you probably, because I ain't want you to put my appointment for 7:30 and it's 7:40 or 7:45. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know what
Where
to
you
tell
at? You still coming?
You're right. Because I was like, I don't know what time it'll be.
No, that's fine. I just know now.
I always be early. That's why I can always sit here and if you
because I normally don't cook on Saturdays either. I normally cook like early Sunday mornings or Saturday night.
I know snow and skies
are I was like, well, shoot.
But I know
that's why
I know I'm gonna be busy.
That's why I say, do what you gotta do. I'm just here. Ain't say I'm late. Yeah, but I gotta just be here.
True.
Yeah, I just say, shoot, go and get your food together. Appointment ain't to 8.
Sky knew one of the players in this game. Which one?
Well, I was like, shoot, don't rush just because I'm here.
I suspect that you
ain't
and
got
Sky
nowhere else
are
to
working
go.
together.
I ain't going all the way back home.
Exactly.
Explanation for Sky losing to you. And what is it? It was deliberate.
Right in here.
As part of your plan to assassinate me, the two of you staged a fight using my guards as witnesses. Setting this trap was not difficult. The hard part was convincing Sky to place his life in your hands. Your sword may be swift, but not swift enough to defeat a master such as Sky. Yet he willingly fell under your blade. What courage, what gallantry. So, Sky became your first accomplice. He had seen only failure in his attempts to assassinate me, and yet Sky placed all of his expectations on you. Why? Unless in order to kill me, you had spent years refining a unique skill on maneuvers that could not be countered. Once you defeated Sky, you knew you would be allowed to approach within 20 paces of my throne. If your technique required that you be within 10 in order to be effective, well then, you would need one other ally who would help you to advance the next 10 steps.
Doing anything with his side yet?
I believe that even though Broken Sword and Snow had
He's
never
been
met
working
Sky,
on
they understood at once why he had
his
agreed to
own
your plan.
house. He had added an addition to his garage. It's really beautiful.
He finished the upstairs.
Yeah, the upstairs is
It's
finished.
done.
Yeah,
That's
he's putting
good.
siding
That was a
on.
big
How far is
project.
it to the shelves from here?
Yeah,
10 paces.
And he did what to the garage?
he's putting siding
On the garage.
siding up. Yeah, siding around the rest of the house. You know, because he built that addition. So. So what you gonna do the rest of the day?
Relax. Laundry. Figure out something. Went grocery shopping and errands yesterday. Ran around yesterday.
I need only one of you to help me. Please decide between you. Tomorrow, at the Chin camp.
He said, I only need one of you to help me. What happened to the other one? They got to
Soda Swift.
be killed?
Yes.
His skill convinced Sky to risk losing his life.
To take that of the king.
When you go grocery shopping, y'all don't you pull up to your bag
You should have died.
and come in through the kitchen,
Mm-mm.
or you don't ever do a big haul at one time.
No, we do big house. We
Like
just never
a
put it
lot
for
of
that.
stuff. Yeah, that's one thing I said as I got older.
Because it's like,
And parking in the front, and then having to come from my driveway
well,
to
now
the
I pull to the driveway. I
walkway.
still come through the front.
I was like, oh no. I said I had to do it at my mother's house too. I pull up at her back kitchen door, and I said, oh no, I'm getting too
But then
old
I
for
gotta
this.
take. That's more. I don't know. I
But you
gotta.
got a lot of cars in your driveway,
Yeah, but
so
then I
I
would
don't.
have to
So
take it out. I have to load it into the on the top of the porch step in the back. Then get it all loaded there. Then it come up. Then well, I have to come around to the front anyway to unlock the door because we keep the screen locked in the back. So you still got to come through the
you
front
ain't got no key.
to the screen. No, it's a latch lock.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a
I was like,
key
so I
lock.
cleaned my patio off so I can park back there. I was like, oh no, forget a patio. I was like, eventually I'll just turn that on to like a driveway area and be able to park in the back. I just got tired of walking through the front, from the driveway to the walkway, through the living room to get to the kitchen. I said, no, this is too much work. It's like, it gotta be an easier way.
You should have let me go.
I want you to go on living.
With you gone, what is the point?
It's what I want. Can I have your promise?
So, Patrick planning on getting his van fixed.
His van works. I drove it to work yesterday.
Why are you driving
The lift car?
the rental? Yeah. Because it's more, suitable for customers? Or, I mean,
Well, yeah. The van is not approved for lift.
hmm.
He took somebody to Columbus, Ohio.
What?
He was a pilot.
Wow. Well, that was some good money.
Yeah. Then there was another.
I
Then
didn't
took
even
somebody
know.
else
So
to Lafayette,
you
Indiana.
can go as far as you want to go, huh?
Yeah, they give you the run.
I'm going to Chicago.
You just got to see if the run is gonna be worth the money.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because
Wow.
the one there was another run
Long
to
distance.
Lafayette in Lafayette, Indiana.
Maybe y'all ever went to a trip to aquarium?
Well, we went to the zoo.
Yeah.
You know, they got that water aquarium thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna do this fishing thing for real. All I need is my stuff for my skin. What you call that?
I thought
To
y'all
keep
was
from
supposed to do it for
mosquitoes.
his birthday. Y'all didn't do it for
No,
his
he
birthday?
didn't want to.
Oh. I know you was talking about doing
Girl,
it
he
for
wanted to go to
birthday.
his favorite place.
Mm.
And that's what we did. Because when I brought it up, he was like, I thought we were going to Burlington.
Mm.
Like, Burlington? Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Hmm.
A promise is a trust not to be broken. Whether spoken with an oath,
That's right.
I got your back, right? Or sealed with a pinky. In 1922, a group of soldiers launched USAA with a promise to take care of their own. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission. Always.
These clouds create the purest rain on Earth. It falls on a remote tropical island in search of nature's best filter. Ancient volcanic rock. It's not just water. It's Fiji water.
Phone freeze. Hi,
I keep my home fresh with Febreze
I
Fade
love
to
that.
Fight Flood.
I
And
love
I
my
use this.
plug-ins.
Febreze has a microchip
I don't think they
to digitally
work.
control how much
The
scent is released, so it
plug-ins,
doesn't.
yeah, they work.
Does mine have a microchip? Oh, Febreze smells
These
first and
plug-ins
fresh
are
for 50
good.
days.
I
And I
know.
keep mine down low because if you
Has a
turn it
refill
up,
reminder
oh
light.
my,
It
it's too
reminds you to
strong.
refill it, so I never miss
Keep
a
them
day of
down low.
freshness.
Have you ever tried
He buys them all the time, but I don't think he be buying that
the
expensive.
Febreze? That's the Febreze plug-ins, not just any kind of plug-in.
Any size. 20% off subs are easy on the wallet. 20% off subs are easy on the
When it's
tongue.
time to change, when it starts flashing blue.
20% off
Yeah,
subs.
so he buy whatever.
Some off-brand.
Yeah. Well, Glade, it ain't no off brand,
But it's a
but
cheap brand.
it don't work to me.
Mm-mm.
I might smell something as soon as I walk in the room, then I don't smell it no more.
I smell it more so when I come in the house. But then I notice I got them in every room now. But I keep mine down low because, man, when I had them up like on medium or high, it tastes like you was eating the scent. They're like, ugh. It'd be too much. But I like these products. But they not cheap, though. They not cheap at all. What is? Just when you think about I be trying to get Shayla to understand that, because I do the shopping. I said, you got to understand the price difference now. And I try to give them examples. I said, like, a bottle of detergent, laundry detergent used to cost $5.
I have journeyed for the land
Now
of
it
my
costs
uncle,
10. Everything is
tracking down
double
this assassin.
price.
In order to kill her,
My
this
mortgage
woman is a dangerous
going up
criminal.
$100 starting next month. You know why? Because
I
the
do not
property
wish to
tax.
contradict the king, but this woman
So
and I
now it's
have
$100
a
more
prior
a
agreement to
month.
fight each other. If I fail, she will be yours. I ask your permission.
Because my mortgage and my house and my home insurance are included in my mortgage. So when home insurance go up, property taxes change, then the mortgage got to adjust.
Damn.
I say, man, everybody, it's a trip on this. You'll probably see a lot of restaurants go out of business.
Restaurants?
I mean, because who can shop? I mean, who can really go out to eat now?
They still going.
They still going slowly but surely.
The people are still spending money. Hey, I ordered a pizza last night.
Did you be tired?
Girl, hold on. Tell me why it was $39. I'm like, $39?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I thought, hold on. I was like, well, I thought this was buy one, get one free.
Where you get it from?
Just pizza.
I never tried.
And I said, it's supposed to be buy one pizza,
you
get one free.
Okay, but so what they say to
and it was a medium. So I bought one medium.
Did you get the other one?
Yeah, I got two. They gave me two.
But look at this.
So I said, I asked him. I said, so why is it $39? Well, I had ordered some breadsticks. So I think it was gonna come up to like maybe 32 or 37. I said, when does one pizza cost $30-something? And that's when she was talking about the delivery fee because they delivered it. And some other tax she came up with some bullshit.
They got so many fast food. They got these different. It's not just sales tax anymore or the delivery. They got fast food. Got a different tax now. It's a whole different. And I just was like, let me just eat at home.
Girl,
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But you want to treat yourself sometimes. But
that's why I ordered a pizza. It was good. I'm gonna eat something. Like, I'm going to eat some today. You know, I'm going to eat some. Yes, I am. Okay, we are done, people. We are done, people.
Everybody took a nap.
We are done.
They gone.
We are finished. All her little locks is finished.
12:30. We are done.
We are done.
Color.
How swift your sword is.
Retighten. Oh, get the hair off my neck for me.
We are finished.
I be hating when I forget to ask you to get the hair off my neck.
Yeah,
And
I did
get
last time.
Yeah, I have to remember to tell you because I be forgetting to ask because I be like, and then I go home be like, dang, I forgot to ask you to clean my neck. I'm like, well, I'm glad I ain't. And then I'm trying to, use the razor myself, trying to fix this myself. I'm like, dang.
Now we're gonna oil your scalp here.
I suspect you had a battle with broken sword as well. You had killed his love. He was bound by honor to
I remember
challenge
when
you.
I first went blind.
Just as you and Sky fought
Started
in your minds.
transitioning to going blind.
You and
And you
Broken
was
Sword
like, you want me to do your eyebrows? I'm like,
But your
nah.
hearts were not in the battle.
You like, you sure?
You did not want to harm one
I said,
another.
you just gonna leave your eyebrows black.
Emotions.
And I just wasn't used to. They always been black. He was like, but yeah, but you transitioning to blonde. You should consider, dyeing your eyebrows. And I was like, no, I'm cool. They can stay black until I don't know. That was a big change for me until I said, oh yeah, you right. It was a wow. Before I was like, oh, I guess that you are right. I should lighten up my eyebrows because they was dark black and hair was, even though, they just lighten them up some. They don't stay, light, but they ain't as dark over time. I was like, that was crazy. I kept them until I was like, oh yeah, you right. Dye my eyebrows to match the hair.
Now I would this oil is not as heavy as the oil I've been using. I use a castor oil
I
mix.
know. That's too heavy.
Okay, but this is a lot lighter.
Yeah.
How does your scalp feel?
Okay.
Not too tight. Did you take? You didn't even take no pills.
I took some.
I
Just a
didn't see
couple
you
of.
take none.
I took them while I was under the dryer for the second time.
Oh, okay.
And
Got
that's
your little system down.
it took a while. I was like, okay, let me take them when I go under the dryer the second time, and that's it.
I probably put mousse in here. You don't put no mousse in here? Just this
I just put that for now. I usually
okay, you do that later.
I put mousse in sometimes, like if I'm gonna roller set it, which I may just do some loose curls on it or something for church tomorrow. Maybe not. Sometimes after retightening, I don't want nothing done. Don't want no pulling, no nothing, because it's,
This smells good.
Just order some more from Amazon. Usually order a bundle of 3.
Amazon, no, they be high to
I like they bundles. And I stock up on them.
They probably don't know you need it.
Yeah, because I was like, let me just go on and pay that money. And so I don't have to just keep ordering and just get a bundle of it and they got to get none but every maybe 3-4 months or so. Because I use moisturizer every day because I ain't playing no more.
He and Snow are together. And
I said, my hair never break off again. Hell, it'll be over moisturized before it be dry. I'll be like, I said, I ain't playing with this color no more. That was lesson learned.
He wanted you to use it to assassinate the king.
I think more so I just didn't know what to use. I'm like, I don't know what to use on this. I knew what to use on my hair as a loose natural, but I'm like, what do I use? mousse ain't enough. Oil ain't enough. I said, what do I use? And it's like lotion. I didn't know what to use. You know, a new hairstyle, having lots. I say I thought braid spray would be enough, but products, the quality of the products they selling us, that ain't number water now. Ain't no. You was like it's your hand left oily once you. I be like nope. You like that ain't number water. Just the products are watered down now. We ain't getting what we paid for. It said on the bottle, but it's water. And I said, okay. But it's good enough to use. Just I spray it on my hair and use my moisturizer lotion and keep. I was like, okay, y'all don't work good by itself, but y'all work good together.
So how you want to wear it today?
I'm just gonna throw my headband back on.
Oh.
Back.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna throw my headband back on and
okay.
let it do what it do.
Where your headband at?
Probably in my bed. Style nothing until. Oh.
All right, everybody, we are finished. We are done. I want to thank you so much for tuning in.
Ain't nobody here. They gone.
Girl, they are. They on here watching.
They went to sleep.
And yeah, we're done. We're done. Like I said, she has over 300 micro locs. And her hair has been micro locked for a year and a half. And thank y'all so much for tuning in. And I am about to sit down, have a little drink, watch a little kung fu, and finish my dinner and get it ready for Sunday, my Sunday dinner. Which I'm making some barbecue ribs and some barbecue chicken. I'll make some mashed potatoes and no vegetables. I still ain't got no vegetables. Well, all right. I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm about to get out of here. Another day, another dollar. Talk to y'all later. All right. I always try to get lost trying to turn this thing off. Okay, there we go.
There are trucks, and then there's thieves.